Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Salty Dragon Tavern. We are going to be playing Stars Without Number once again, here with the crew of the Gloved Molotov, everybody who is in the various screens in all the directions around me. We are very, very lucky that Roll20 just finished their server maintenance and are now back up and running, so we can proceed without delay. There was some concern there for a minute that it was going to be delayed or postponed to a different evening. But no, we're all good. Everyone's here, and we are going to get into a bit of a biff. Alice, can people see what it is that is before them?
Potentially,
Okay.
I will make it larger. It's currently zoomed out.
Okay. Fair enough. Could you adjust the zoom to make it so that the party is in the bottom left and the garage is in the top right, because that should include all the combatants.
That's
Okay.
as close as I can get.
Lovely. Everybody has rolled for an initiative prior to this. So what I will do is I will reset the scene of where you are, and then you guys can jump right into maybe combat. Depends on what's going to happen. All right. So the majority of you, which is Jacob, Dimitri, Catalina, Darius, and Dr. Charles, are all, I assume, on your bellies, just behind a small rise, maybe 20 or so meters away from the drawbridge entrance to Black Lance's foundry. Now, this foundry has a very strange defensive setup where there is a large trench dug in the perimeter, and inside that trench is lots and lots of big metal spikes all attached to each other and stabbing outwards and inwards and upwards in general to keep people from getting in or getting out. The drawbridge is your one way of gaining access. Things you can immediately see to the top left in brown, we have a junk pile, which is basically all of the technology that Black Lance has commandeered from people upon landing. He is used to doing a lot of threatening and saying, hey, hand over all your technology or I'm going to blow you up. And it seems people did that. So from this range, you can see various spaceships and other equipment at various stages of disassembly with parts all over the place and other miscellaneous junk. Over to the left, there are an assortment of buildings. The one closest to you is as described by Pim, the AI who has experience with this location, a geothermal power plant, which is where Black Lance gains his energy. One back from that is a large storage garage where Black Lance keeps his mobile missile platform. On top of that is a comms relay network where you believe he uses that setup to control all of his robots and drones that move about on this small subcontinent and maintain the peace, if it needs to, amongst the various low-tech level townships. What Pim has done is use the escape route that he found previously to get back in and begin opening the gate. So right now, the portcullis is not portcullis. The drawbridge is beginning to drop, and at the very least, one of these two robots that are patrolling on the roof of Black Lance's garage have turned and given notice to Pim. Now, as far as you guys over here know, they haven't seen you yet. The same is also the case for Lockie, who has found a vantage point up on the face of the mountainside and may or may not be sniping. Who knows? So, Jacob, you rolled an 8, which is very good. So you are going to be acting first. What would you like to do? Tim?
Oh, sorry. I might just change. Might just wait. Where are we? All right. Can I get? I was actually going to move up to the entrance to the side of the walls there.
Yep, sure thing. I have made it so that this is to scale, and so if you were to make a run for it, you could use all of your movement and part of your action to get up to this gate from where you are now.
Sure.
Okay, well then, go ahead and move as far in as you like. Just bear in mind, you can't cross the drawbridge yet because it's only partway down.
Okay. Move on to the next person while I move.
Okay, so before anybody else has a chance to do anything, Jacob breaks cover,
Can I close this?
jumps up from his position and sprints to the edge of the pit to await this drawbridge dropping. Now, where you're standing, you've got a decent line of sight cover between you and these robots. So if they were to try and fire at you for the time being, you think you are decently safe.
Yeah, the geothermal plant, is that tall enough to block vision?
It's like 1.5 stories tall, whereas the garage is more like 2-3 stories tall. So it's not enough to block vision unless you are right behind it.
Gotcha.
Like if you were here.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Just asking.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, next up in the initiative is Dimitri. Brother Dimitri, what would you like to do?
I think I should also like to hug the wall near the door. Near the drawbridge.
So you're going to follow suit and sprint up?
Duh.
Okay. That will take your move and your action, so I will consider your turn done. Just please move your person. Next up is Catalina.
Catalina! Okay.
What you gonna do?
None of my weapons are at long enough range to snipe from here, are they?
You have a pistol that could make the distance if you wanted to. Yep.
In that case...
actually, hang on. Your plasma projector can make that because its range is 50 to 100.
Oh, sweet as. In that case, I will... My plasma projector has 6 ammo per clip, yeah?
Yes, and each clip is a Type A power cell. So if you recall firing it last session, please subtract the relevant.
I did.
Excellent.
I'm gonna have to replace the battery soon. So,
Okay.
I will make a shot then and give my colleagues or allies some cover.
Okay, excellent. Please make an attack roll with the weapon. The people you
I can't hear
have.
you.
Sorry?
I
Hello?
couldn't hear you there.
Okay. The people you are firing against have an armor class of 4.
4.
Oh, that's not great.
They're pretty good.
Oh,
Ooh. Unfortunately, that is a miss. Would you like to adjust your position at all, or are you happy where you are?
I will probably move to the side a bit. I'm not going to try and cross over yet, but I'll move like... Hang on, let's see. I can probably move my own character.
Yes, you can.
If I can find me, like, over here-ish, maybe.
Okay, sure thing.
Maybe a bit forward. I don't know if I can get forward or not, but...
If you move to that point, you're in less cover from this small hill to rise.
Right. I want to stay under cover, but I want to sort of, like, not give away everyone else's position. Just kind of, like...
Yep, sure thing.
Position.
That should be fine. Next up, we have Lockie. You have just obtained your high perch, and people are now shooting. Well, at least one person has shot.
Alright, so the shot's gone off. I was going to hold my action until they fired, but it looks like that's not going to work now.
Nope,
so
sorry.
I'm going to take a shot at the one that looks like it's about to shoot at Pim. or at least
Okay.
looked over to Pim. Do I have a clean line of sight at that one, or is it more better line of sight at the other one?
You can't. Basically, that large brown rectangle is it's like a
Another
building.
story?
Yeah, it's another smaller story, so you can't see past it at this guy.
Okay, in that case, can I hold my action to wait to see what the other one does? And if it does start to move around the corner, then I'll take a shot at it?
Yep, sure thing.
Yep, cool, I'll do that.
Okay. Lucky is lying in wait. Next up, we have 5 on initiative. So who amongst Dr. Charles and Darius have the higher dexterity?
Mine's 1.
Yes, I think. I think yours is high, Darius. So I'm fine for you to go first.
I'm actually just gonna. I don't think I have range on it at the moment or line of sight, so I'm actually just gonna hold.
You're not gonna move?
Can I go into Overwatch?
What do you mean?
Is Overwatch an option?
Could you elaborate on what that means?
Hold action until I see something move and then shoot at it.
From where you are, Catalina has already fired on one of these drones, on one of these robots. You actually have a shot as well.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Oh, because I thought the geothermal plant was blocking it. But okay, I'll take the shot then.
No, it's all good. Right, go for it. Make an attack roll.
Let me figure the fuck out.
It should be an option on your character sheet.
This is confusing. There we go.
Yes.
And what's its AC?
4.
Other value. What's other value?
That's if there are any other relevant modifiers like cover or burst fire, but there aren't any. Ooh!
Nice.
Good shot.
Pew pew, motherfucker.
Okay. Now, this guy, he is still standing, but I am tracking his hit points. You took a good chunk out of his shoulder, which is the most generic place to shoot somebody. But he has definitely seen you now.
Yeah, figures. So do I still have a move, and can I hide as well? Or
You are already. You're currently in a place of cover. You can either break cover and try and run towards the dropping drawbridge, or you can stay where you are.
can I hunker?
Yes,
Or
you
is
can.
Yeah, I'll hunker.
Yep. So you just stay put. Okay. At that stage, it is now the bad guy's turn. Now, first things first. This guy who was just shot is and saw Pim. Looks down, sees Pim, sees people like sprinting and doing all this stuff, but his primary concern is the people who've just made shots at him. So he turns to this hill, and not having an excellent idea of where the shooters are, is just gonna like shoot in that direction, hoping to hit somebody. So we shall see what he manages to do. Roll a die. Okay, that is a 15. I think that that roll is high enough to hit any of you from where you are, even taking into account your. So what I'm going to do is roll
disadvantage because they don't know where they are.
I don't think disadvantage exists in this.
It does not.
Oh, okay.
That actually misses me if it was targeting me. Unless there's other pluses involved.
Yes. This guy has a +1 to his general shootiness. So if your armor class is 4, then it's exactly 20.
Yep.
He misses me.
He would miss you. So what I'm going to do is just roll a d6. Okay. The person that he hits with his wild shot is actually Charles.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not. No, it's really not. Hang on.
Yeah, I'm probably going to die from this.
So it's.
Can you heal
You could have stayed AFK.
Nope.
You take 6 points of damage.
And I'm dead.
Oh no!
The healer dies in one shot.
You're not dead. You're just on. I think it's -2.
Yep.
You are now bleeding out each turn. You lose 1 hit point. If you hit -10, you are dead.
Oh boy.
So what you're
Heal
saying is
yourself,
he's
boy.
dead.
Heal yourself.
I don't think
I
you can.
am unconscious.
Yes,
Well,
he
my
is,
medical is -1, so
he is unconscious and bleeding out. I'm just going to read what a Lazarus patch does.
Oh, he's got a Lazarus patch, doesn't
I
he?
believe Lazarus patch is when you drop to -10, it takes you back up to -9.
Nope.
No?
Lazarus patch can be used to stabilize somebody.
Oh, there you go.
I have one of those, but that's not going to be helpful when I am this far away.
Who has a Lazarus patch?
I have 2 of them.
Okay, that is
Trusty
a
old
thing.
captain.
That is a thing to consider. Now, I believe Loki's held action goes off because this guy begins to make his way in this direction.
Oh boy.
So you can make an attack roll.
Alrighty, I will do that. As I find my weapon button. There it is. And he's got an AC of 4, isn't it?
Yes.
Alright.
Please.
You can also burst fire if you want, I believe. So you could add a +2 as your mod if you wanted.
No, I'm going to take the single shot for the moment.
Sure.
Because if I burst fire, he might actually get a pinpoint on where I am.
Fair enough. Oh, well, that is a miss. The shots go off, but he continues to move to a point where he can now see a bit better. How fast are these guys again? They're pretty fast. So that was here.
Beady boys.
Yeah, he can make it around to here, but he hasn't seen any. Doesn't have eyes on a target. Now, more movement actually occurs at this stage. I'm just going to jump over here quickly. Yep. Copy. Bring this up, go over here.
Why did it have to be the healer? I don't get it.
I rolled a d6 and went left to right. I rolled a 2, so it was a person on the left. Now, you guys had encountered these guys previously, and the doors of the geothermal plant burst open, and 2 of those security bots with the stun batons burst through the doors.
Stunning boys.
Stunning boys.
They're stunning.
Yes, they can make it to here.
Oh no! Oh no!
Don't get discovered, Pim.
They are sprinting. This one, basically just this guy just holds his position and sparks up his stun baton. This guy keeps on running and sees you.
Cool.
Okay, that is the bad guy's turn for the time being. Next up is Dr. Charles. You lose 1 hit point.
Oh dear.
Next up is Pim.
One, two. Hold on, let's just test something. Yep. Definitely not.
No? Well, if all you do is move, you could get to the junk pile.
What is our movement speed?
10 meters around is your move.
Cool. I'm gonna just if I move, he's gonna attack me, isn't he? Yeah, because I'm moving right through his path.
This game actually doesn't have attacks or.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
well, then I'm
weird.
going to assume he tries to take a swing at me, and then I just scuttle crab, just go whoop, 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 straight
Okay.
into the junkyard.
Go for it. You just run off into the junkyard. It's a very awkward kind of tentacly gait, especially since you're trying to do it so quickly. But you just jump into a pile of junk. Okay. That being your turn, next up it is Jacob. At this stage, since this is the start of the initiative, I will say that at this point, the bridge has fully dropped. So,
All right.
hang on. Yes,
Have I noticed in the heat of the battle that Charles has gone down?
You probably saw shots and heard some kind of from behind you. You can't see beyond this hill, but somebody was hit.
All right. I mostly ignore it.
Okay, sure thing. The bridge is down. You have people in front of you.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to take a pot shot at this motherfucker.
Okay, sure thing. You will need to move around the spike wall a bit to get a shot, but you can do that.
Yeah, just what there.
Yeah, that should work. Okay, please make an attack roll. These guys have an armor class of 7.
We're not rolling very well today.
Not especially.
It was like yesterday with Ash.
That's okay. You've only just started. Oof, was that just you? Oh dear. Just a 4. Okay, so that is a miss. If you like...
There it is.
No, he made a perception check by accident, which bombed. And then his
No, it was a perception to see Charles.
24.
It's perception if I notice that Charles had actually gone down.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
That is a hit. And against that guy, the security bot, he is dead. Because that's
He
like...
just blew a hole at him.
That is high damage. So he just goes down completely and crumples into a pile on the floor. Good shot.
Good shot, old chap.
Okay. Would you like to use the remainder of your movement?
2 meters in squares, isn't it?
Each meter is 1.5. If you like, you could probably make it like here-ish, like this area.
Yeah, but there's nothing in there. It's like an open field, so I'm not going to go into that area.
Fair enough. Okay, so you're just going to stay put?
Can I reach there, Rish? I'm just going to go to the other side of the door.
Not quite, no.
I'll stay around then.
Sure thing. Next up, we have Dimitri. What would you like to do?
Hang on. I can go how far? The same distance?
10 meters is your move. So in a straight line, you can make it about there.
Oh, to the middle of the gate. Great.
Yes.
I can't get really. I don't think where I'm standing.
Sorry?
What's my line of sight to the one on the top edge there?
That guy currently there's obscuring any shot you might take. So he's under heavy cover. I'd say he has you'd have like a -5 to hit from where you are right now.
Fuck it, I'll just try and go through the gateway around the corner.
Okay. Are you then going to shoot?
I don't think I'll be able to.
Yeah, you might be able to. That's only 9 meters of movement.
Yeah, you could go forward a bit more and then have a shot on it. Yeah. You can move that far and shoot if you want.
Pew pew.
Sure.
Okay, please make an attack roll.
I will make an attack roll.
You Your boots stomp across this big, thick metal drawbridge that's just dropped down.
What's the
And
AC on these?
7.
4, 7.
Yes, these guys aren't quite as tough as the shooty boys. It's a close one, but that's a miss. Okay, that is your turn.
Yes.
Catalina, you have an ally right next to you who just been shot and is bleeding out.
Why do you? That's a question. Why do you have a -1 again?
What?
There's a +1 and a -1 on his thing. What was the -1 from?
I don't believe he has any training weaponry.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Tree.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I have no training.
All right, that makes sense.
I am gonna say, well, I don't have anything in order to stabilize him. So, do I need an item, or can I just attempt to?
He has on his person to do this.
Okay.
Yeah. He has on his person the item he needs. It's called a Lazarus patch. I'd say that in your turn, you could probably just scoot over there and apply it to him.
Okay, I will attempt to do that. How do I do that?
Okay, well, in the rules, it is if the patch is applied to a character that has fallen to 0 hit points, the user can make a tech medical skill check against DC 6 to stabilize the subject. The more time in between the injury and application, the less chance the patch has to work. Since his turn hasn't even come back around again, the DC is 6. So please make me a DC 6 tech medical roll.
With what attribute?
I would say intelligence makes the most sense.
Okay. Assisted? No.
No, it's just you doing it. Oof.
Sorry,
Okay.
I tried.
Right, you rolled a nat 1.
Yep.
That is unfortunate. Well, the patch isn't expended. You've just failed to use it, and you and other people can continue to attempt to use it. It's just each time they do, it will add a +1 to it.
Right. Well, Darius is there, so Darius can also help me in theory.
Yes. So you have likely scooted over to be next to him to apply the patch.
Yes.
So next up, it is Lockie.
What is that noise?
That's, I think, Christian's headset.
Okay.
I cannot see these little mudder flackers currently, so I am just going to move my way over.
Okay. That is going to be challenging since you are climbing on a sheer cliff face.
Full on sheer. I thought I managed to find a bit of a ledge area.
Yes, you are on a ledge.
But there's not much else.
You.
Alright, then for the moment I will just keep an overwatch from where I am and hold my position in case someone else does come on out.
Okay, so you are holding your action for if you see any robo combatants, you will shoot them. Okay?
Yep.
Sure thing. Next up is Darius.
Sorry, question here.
Yes.
Can I attempt to assist Catalina rather than making the check myself?
It wouldn't matter, I'd still have failed.
Yeah, but for your next check, you've got a better shot than I do.
Ooh, actually, hang on. I misread this. It's not actually each failure adds 1. It's just each round after the first attempt adds 1. So since it's the same round, yeah, it's still 6 to attempt it.
So it would, because Catalina is assisting. No, but the thing failed.
So, well, I mean, because of how combat works, it's all happening. So, well, even if you were to say that you were assisting her, if you were successful, that would just increase her roll to a 5, and that's good enough. You could say that you call over there, see her doing it, and say,
"You take over."
Basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll just roll it then.
Yeah, go for it.
So I don't understand why it's showing neg. Oh, because I have to put intelligence.
Yes, intelligence. There you go!
He get,
Breathe.
not only is he alive,
Breathe!
Oh,
he
Christian.
gains shit tons of HP.
Now, here's the thing with a Lazarus patch. Rules as written, it says that a person is just stabilized. But that sucks. This is a Lazarus patch. Christian,
Yes.
you are on 1 hit point.
1 hit
And
point?
are conscious. Yes. Because it is just no fun if, like, this early on, first hit, you're out of combat. So I'm going to invoke Rule of Cool and say that Lazarus patches stabilize and bring somebody up to 1. Because that's just more interesting and more fun to play with, okay?
So we only get 1 action a turn for this, don't we?
Yes. So
Oh
Christian.
my god.
you could use some movement. Yes, that would. Unless you would like to expend the rest of your movement.
No.
Okay, staying where you are. Next up is the shooty boy. They are over here. This guy up here has just is seeing people sprinting around and doing this and that. He's going to move a bit so that he has a cleaner line of sight, and is going to take a shot at his easiest target, which is Brother Dimitri. So, attack roll.
This isn't going to hit.
What's your armor class?
7, I think.
Okay, that hits.
Oh my god.
So it is a D8 plus 1 damage. Okay, you take 3 points of damage. You are hurt, but you are still standing.
Yay.
He approaches the edge of this building, eyes you up, and just shoots you with his built-in arm-mounted laser rifle. This guy,
Just out of line of sight.
I like that you're paying attention. He actually scoots back in this direction and is going to attempt to take a shot back at you. Yes, because he essentially he heard the shot, obtained cover, and is now poking out of cover to take a shot at you. But since you held your action to shoot him when he saw you, when you saw him, you get to shoot first. So please make an attack roll against him.
All I can say
Pokes his head out.
got you now, bugger.
Yep, he pokes his head, shoulder, and gun arm, and that's squeeze the trigger.
Oh,
Oof.
damn. Rolled a 1.
Ah,
Oh no.
that one.
That one.
The rolls today are shite.
That's no good.
Yeah.
He shoots back, and he misses, and then is going to retreat back into relative safety.
I think that's still in line of sight. Just.
Oh, it is. Yeah, his leg.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Well, he perhaps hasn't noticed that. This guy here is whoop whoop, and is going to basically you, Pim. You are a small box that's jumped into a pile of junk. I don't think it's. I think he's going to spend his action performing a perception check to try and discern you from the junk, basically.
I am wrapped in a muddy net, so.
Yes, you were also wrapped in a muddy net. So roll 2d6. That is a fail. He is just he's got his stun baton on, and with that arm is just stabbing into the pile of junk, and with his left robot hand is just pulling away, trying to identify where you are, but he can't find you.
Ole.
Indeed. Now, let's just do one quick other check. Who else do we have? Yeah, why not? Copy. haste. Over here, we have some more guys who themselves are the regular security drones who step out of the building. So it's... he makes it about here. And this guy is also just sprinting forwards with his stun baton spark, seeing that combat is ensuing and isn't necessarily going away immediately. More of this Foundry security forces are entering the fray. Actually, hang on. If all they do is move, they can get further. So he gets about there. Ooh, that's a helicopter.
Ow.
Okay.
Christian, can you stop that?
And that's about as far as they get. Dr. Charles,
It's a
you
shield.
are
Sorry.
you
it's a
you are
shield.
conscious.
Yes,
Wish.
I am. I'm probably just gonna quickly touch myself.
I don't want anybody else when I think about yeah.
Touch myself.
When I think about my crippling injuries.
I touch myself.
So yeah, I probably wake up with a start like, ugh!
Just
And got like this hole in my chest, and I use my ability with it. Hell
Also,
is
you've
the-
got a Darius and a Catalina leaning over you, panicked looking.
just going, oh god, what
I wake up and there's just two faces hovering over me,
Yep.
and all you get is this shout. And I was just like, I get up and I just sort of hold my chest and heal 1d6 plus 1 damage.
Yeah, that's what it is. A roll of the d6.
I think Darius is probably not too panicked. I mean, he worked on a hunter-killer crew for long enough that losing comrades was relatively... Ooh.
Okay, maybe not panic then. It's
That's 2 hit points
concern.
that you're reading. Yes, psychics occur 1d6 plus 1. Yep, so you are now on 3. But bear in mind, that's most of your hit points.
Yes, I'm only down 1 now.
What?
I have
He's a
4 hit
psychic.
points.
Wow, you
He's
I-
a psychic!
Washy.
I have 3.
Okay, that is your turn. Pim, go for it.
Okay, so
It's probably not
I'm
much point
going
healing
to-
then.
Boop.
Okay, you just
I'm gonna go
continue to burrow through the junk pile. You have... Yeah, you have this down to a science at this point, just like ducking and weaving and burrowing and jumping through this thing.
I know my way around.
If you were a hunter, this would be your preferred terrain.
Okay, cool.
Okay, next up we have Jacob, top of the round. What would you like to do?
Tim? Tim?
Tim. Tim.
Timothy?
Tim has left the building.
No, don't do that.
Okay, I am going to
We've lost him.
I'm going to make an executive decision that I don't think he would disagree.
Next person.
He's
No,
gonna shoot.
I am going to move him to. I'm going to move him further. The geothermal plant on his behalf.
Roy,
Because that. Yep.
sorry, can I just ask that you change to push to talk because you're cutting out a lot midway through your sentences.
Am I?
It's probably actually the cameras. We noticed it last night when we were doing Discord
Yeah,
as well.
no one else is having the problem though. It's only Rory.
Yeah,
and it
I'm
was
not.
the same last time as well.
Yeah, I think it's
apologize.
because you're on talk check where it picks up your voice or whatever, but
Right.
you talk a little bit quieter, so it's not picking it up all the time.
Fair enough. I will take the time to adjust it as soon as I can.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Right now, I will just do the sensible thing, and I will move Jacob over here.
Tim, are you back?
Like his outline is green, but
Yeah,
Tim?
weird. No, it doesn't look it.
That's alright.
Oh well. Okay, I have moved Jacob up to be inside the facility and behind a building. Because why not? Seems like, pardon me, seems like a sound plan. Next up is, pardon me, Dimitri.
Quick question. This pillory
Yes.
square thing, is
Yep.
that something I can hide behind?
Yes, it is a column that has the controls for the drawbridge on it. It's also structural because at the top of it there are large spools of metal wire that are used to lower and raise the drawbridge. So it's quite chunky, and you could hide behind.
I shall hide here so that I'm out of line of sight of.
Yep, sure thing. Yep.
There you go. Tim's audio dropped. I'm just going to shoot at this.
Yep, sure thing. Please make an attack roll. Their armor class is.
The armor class is what?
7.
What did I shoot at before?
You shot at one of the shooter drones. Essentially, there's 2 robot classes here. Some are just like melee stun baton security guys, and some.
And there's 7, and the other ones are 4. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's easier pickings against the ones who just have the stun batons. And Tim has dropped out.
Yeah, I think he's rejoining.
He's probably fixing it.
working.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You there, Tim?
Yeah.
There you
go.
Hey, we can hear you now.
It's alive.
Ooh. Oh. Good hit. Not great on the damage, unfortunately.
No, terrible.
Hey, a hit is a hit.
It is a hit.
Is it
You.
correct?
He's also a priest, so I'm just impressed he even hit.
It's a little foggy on killing, but kneecaps.
The vow against violence? No, not my religion.
Exactly.
My religion's quite happy to slice him in the thigh, so.
Okay, he has taken some damage. I have recorded it thusly. I don't think you can see it, but that's good.
Did I get moved? Did I?
Yeah, you cut out, so I just made a move for you. That seemed like a Tim thing to do, which was to just run from cover to cover. Would you like
No,
to
I'm
have
not
done?
getting in closer. I'm just
No?
taking another shot.
Okay, if you like, we can pull it back, and you can shoot from where you were, if you
Yeah,
want.
I can just do a quick roll. Just keep
Okay,
me there.
sure
I'll
thing.
just do a quick roll.
Yep, sure thing. Next up after that is Catalina. Your comrade is now no longer bleeding out and is talking to you. And
Is he?
there is more gunfire occurring inside the facility. What would you like to do?
Uh,
Oh, that's so close, Tim. Wait, who did you shoot at?
The dude in the middle.
Dude in the middle? Oh, yeah,
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
can I still hit this dude, or is he out of my range?
Yes, you can shoot him, yes.
I'm going to attempt another shot at that bastard.
By all means. His armor class is 4.
Just finding my weapon here.
These machines, man.
No bonuses?
Right?
No bad.
No other bonuses, no.
Oh. What the
I'm
hell?
having
Oof.
no luck this game.
This is a challenge for you guys. Okay. Are you going to move, or are you going to stay put?
I'm not going to move far. Probably just back onto the edge of the ridge where I was before. Once I get there.
Okay.
Goddamn.
Sure thing. You can adjust that. Next up, it is Lockie. You have a shot on a leg.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering whether I should hold the shot in case he comes out or just go for the shot, but you know what? I'm going to go for the shot.
Okay, go for it.
I need to try and kill one of these buggers.
Well, he is in partial cover, so it's going to be more difficult right now.
Yeah. But I can't take the risk that he won't jump out.
That's fair. So if you make the shot, the other modifiers are going to be a -2 due to his cover.
Yeah. Alright, I will do that. So AC of 4. with a modifier of -2.
What you got?
Actually, you know what? I'm going to go auto on in this time, so I'm going to flatten that out to just a 0 because I'm going to
Okay.
add the +2.
Sure thing. Burst fire.
Oh, just rolling crap tonight.
Everybody.
It can be a challenge to get hits in this system. Okay. Next up,
Yes.
Darius. You've just saved your comrade's life.
I'm gonna just tell him to get up and drag him to his feet as I take a shot against the shooter that I injured earlier.
Go for it. Pew pew. Armor class is 4. Oof.
No.
Rough one. Okay, that is a miss.
I don't
Are
think
you gonna-
anyone's rolled above a 14.
No,
Are
I
you
rolled
gonna-
the.
I did at the start.
earlier.
Hey, I
Yeah.
rolled a hit. What are you talking about?
Yes, 1 damage. Are you going to stay put?
Yep.
Okay. Next up, it is Robot's turn. I'll start with this guy because he's funny. He is just going to start like grabbing and wading into the junk, and it's just like, where is it? This is not their preferred terrain. This is just junk. So he's not really having.
I know exactly what happens. Pim just pops up and goes, Bazinga.
I've got an idea of what I want to do.
Try and
Okay.
find something big to drop on it.
No, I
Sky.
was going to do something a bit. They got to have some wires somewhere, yeah.
Quite possibly.
You're gonna go full Solid Snake on it.
Yeah, I'm going to commandeer it.
Oh boy. This guy, seeing you as the nearest target, Darius, is going to run forth about here with his stun baton sparked up. He is just Terminator sprinting directly at you as quickly as he can.
That's not Darius. That's Dimitri.
Oh yes, Dimitri. My bad.
It's okay.
This guy is going to come back out and take a shot up at Lockie again. Pew pew, but big ol' miss. And then seeing his mistake, it is going to pull back a bit this time. Have I missed anybody? No, it's just this shooter. As you have dropped into cover, I actually don't know who this guy is seeing the situation. It's all pretty bad. But I'd say the person who is posing most of a threat is the person who's broken the perimeter. So he's going to take a shot at Dimitri again. Roll whiff. Whiff. He isn't doing very well either.
His
Next up
shoulder
is
got shot. He's not feeling good.
Dr. Charles.
I'm not sure what I should do.
Okay.
You got.
I'm
if
going
you-
to
if-
probably take a shot
Shoot
at
them.
the guy on top of the thing again.
Yep, sure thing. Make an attack
He's
roll.
not
Has that
shot
hit?
me, so I'm annoyed at him.
Yes. he shot you very effectively.
Okay. AC is 4,
Yes, AC is 4.
and no other modifier.
Nope. Pew pew.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ!
Guys, I'm sorry. This is rough.
We're just
This is
having
not
no
great.
luck.
Even if
No.
they had an AC of 1, we couldn't fucking hit him.
Actually, that would make things even more difficult.
Just an
the
AC
other
of
way.
10. Yeah.
Yes. Okay,
An
Pim.
AC of 10 would make it even harder. All right.
It's your turn.
So, what do I know about these machines?
These machines, given the immediacy of the situation, I'm going to ask a general intelligence check to recall information about their manufacture.
Cool. That's intelligence, yeah?
Yes, just roll a 2d6.
Okay. I'll just roll 2d6.
Yeah. Okay. You, in your hundreds and hundreds of years, you have seen
9. Yeah.
Yeah. You have seen certain conflicts inside this establishment as well. You have seen you have seen these things go down. At one point, there was an almost successful prisoner uprising and with a lot of fatalities and some deaths on the part of the security force. You saw one of these things go down, kind of dramatically, and upon peering into the interior, you saw that these things are already ready to go to receive AI cores.
Oh! Yeah, okay. So, all right. I know of how to, like, switch off do they have any antenna or, like, a Wi-Fi thing to help receive their commands?
Yes, it is coming from the comms tower. There is no, like,
I mean,
external
on their
target
body.
for that. No.
Oh, okay.
There is no external target for you to go for.
Okay, but are there... I'm just trying to see. There's, like, wires going from their neck to their head, yes?
It's all internal, really.
Internal. Got it. I think I have an idea. Can I throw my muddy net and do it in... Like, can I use my muddy net to pull his stun baton into him?
Given the nature of your body, it's going to be very difficult.
Oh, actually, no. Can I hit him with a landslide of trash?
That's going to be easier. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I want to do that.
He's not currently in a perfect position for that, but essentially I'm going to say, like, make a perception roll, and that'll be you spending your turn to position yourself on a pile of trash that you think can give way to a light shove. And then I'll say on their turn, you can attempt to shove it as like a held action. Okay.
Oh, fuck's sakes.
You have found a pile of trash that.
Oh wait, yeah, that's good. Never mind.
Yes. Okay. Yes, it's going to be fine.
Like that, Rory. You have found a pile of trash that.
Oh, whoops. Next up is Jacob. I will adjust. How do I voice and video?
I don't know if it's just deciding that you've stopped speaking and then cutting it at the end, or what.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, I now have push to talk turned on.
That's a much better idea.
Jacob or Tim, the turn is yours. What would you like to do?
All right. I'm still at the corner. I've got a dude in front of me. Dude in front of me, he says die.
Indeed,
Oh,
he is sprint.
Do. I crick my neck, line him up. 7, isn't it?
Yeah.
See what you get.
Oh my god.
Again.
I'm getting
So close.
Getting so tired of this shit.
Just burning ammo.
Oof. Yeah, that is
So,
rough, buddy.
So Pim's gonna stick a whole heap of junk to himself and rise out of the junkyard like a colossus. Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, giant junk machine. Yeah.
Okay, Tim, are you going to move or stay put?
Stay put. This is a good place to go as far as I'm concerned. As long as they keep coming towards me, I'm just going to stay here.
Next up is Dimitri. Brother.
Miss from this place.
Duh. I shall just shoot at the bot coming towards me. I think.
Go for it.
Change all these numbers. You think you just remember from the last time? Yay!
2 damage.
Going up.
Damage is damage, man. It's working for you, man.
Successful of us all.
Very nice.
Oi, nice.
Since he's currently sprinting at you, Would you like to move?
No. Because
Okay,
not
sure.
really anywhere for me to go.
Fair enough. Catalina, you're next.
Oh yeah.
It's getting a bit hectic in there.
If
Oh,
my
this one,
allies
man.
look like they need me, I will run in and take a shot at this one.
So I'm just, standing there staring at it with my.
Which one are you shooting at?
This one. Oh, I can't ping
The
on
one
this.
near Dimitri.
But I want to
Okay, sure thing.
run in closer if possible. How far can I run?
10
If you-
meters.
If you run to about there, you would have a decent shot, and that's how far you can run. And
Okay. Well, I will move to about there then.
This is our
Presuming so I
first
can run.
proper combat.
yep, that works.
And splowy, hopefully. AC 4?
That guy who is sprinting towards Dimitri has an AC of 7.
Sorry, that was loud. I was stunned. Okay.
No.
He's dead.
There we go.
Finally hit something, but now I have to spend a turn recharging my gun.
Boom.
How long does it take to upgrade my gun?
It will take you an action to reload, but it has taken you a while to do stuff. I think it's fair to say that you've spent, at some stage during the evening, you have reloaded your weapon.
Okay, so I got 6 new shots.
No. He means he would have started with 6.
Yes, that's what I mean.
But then I would have wasted a cartridge. No, it's okay. She would have waited till she was out of energy. So she'll use her next turn to run and cover. And
Okay,
just
sure.
skip a turn of combat.
That's fair enough. Next up, it is all.
Yep, I am just gonna hold action for that guy to pop himself out because I don't think I have sight on any of the others.
No, you might have this one. Depends how.
Actually,
No, this
yes.
is a story high, so
Yeah,
no.
That's 2-story high. There.
Actually,
That's
no. Yeah, you have got.
That's 1 story.
Yeah, Chris. He has a shot on that guy.
Okay. If I have a shot on that guy, then I will actually take that shot.
By all means.
Alrighty.
Oh, you can add.
He's an AC 7, isn't he?
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. He's on a class of 7.
Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. I keep roll. The highest roll I've made tonight is a 7 on the dice.
This is a challenge. Big
It's not a
challenge.
challenge,
This
this
is
is just
not
a
right.
joke of dice.
Rough.
Can't get that one though.
That one's in a junkyard trash pile.
Yeah,
looking
he
for
is.
me.
He is heavily obscured by junk in all directions. Okay, it is now Darius's turn.
I'm going to keep shooting at the same one I've been shooting at.
Yeah, go for it.
Oops, don't modify it, just roll it. AC 4.
Ooh.
Yay! That's
Yay,
a
hit.
shit hit.
It's a hit.
Yeah, you're doing better
Something
than
at
everyone
this
else.
point is better than nothing.
He's looking pretty ropey. He's still functional, but has taken damage.
Yeah, he's taken 7.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Cool. Their turn now. This guy over here is going to poke back out and take a shot at Lucky
Mm-hmm.
with.
I'm glad he's rolling as bad as I am.
Everyone is failing at shooting, even the bad guys.
I like it. It's just hides again.
Seeing as Catalina is somewhat out in the open,
Oh no.
Oh no.
Actually, I don't think he can see past the geothermal plant to shoot you.
How high is it?
So it's like
It's
1.5 stories. Yeah,
One and a half
can't
stories
quite
is
see past
about
the angle.
9 meters. He's about 9 meters tall. Yeah, at that angle he can't.
Yeah, it didn't. So instead, he's just going to shoot at the random mound of dirt that has been damaging.
3.
Wait,
Where if I get shot again?
Whoops.
Oh,
Okay, but I've thought of a better way of doing this. Yes. Okay.
Charles goes down again.
Okay. There is an impact. Hang on. There. It's essentially, the shot goes through the dirt and just blows out this big spray of mud directly to your right. If somebody was there, they could have been seriously hurt. But there was no one there. So you are lucky.
Thank God.
yeah, keep firing at that one, Christian. I'm trying to take down the shooters for a reason.
Yep.
This guy, he can. All he can do is use his turn to get into like base-to-base contact with Dimitri, and so that is what he.
Who's playing with the bloody arrows?
I'm green. I'm just checking distances.
Yeah, it's Chris. So Dimitri, you now have a very angry security bot waving a stun baton in your face, and is probably going to smack you with it. But that, finally, we have this guy who is just rummaging around. He. Timber! And Pim, you push your pile of junk down at him.
Cool. What do I make? A dexterity?
No, he's going to make an evade check, essentially, to see whether or not he can get out of the way of this pile of debris.
Everyone stare at him and curse him.
He fails. Now, it's potentially a not great. I feel like when you were choosing a pile of junk to drop on him, you wanted things that were big, but not so big as they're going to cause him damage. So the downside of you failing to choose a good junk pile is that upon this junk falling on him, he takes a point of damage.
Oh, okay.
But has been pinned under some junk for now.
Cool.
He is pinned. Okay. I have moved everybody. Next up is Dr. Charles.
He is pinned.
I am going to probably try and shoot the shooting bastard.
The shooting guy? Go
Yeah.
for it. The armor class is 4.
4. Come on, give me something. No, not happening.
11.
Too bad.
Oh.
This is a challenging encounter for you guys, but at least no one's dying.
I mean, anymore.
Yet.
I had a hole in my chest.
Oh, it's still there. It's just smaller now.
I
Okay.
imagine by this point it's like just a big red spot of like some really, really raw flesh.
Probably. Pim, it's your turn.
Imagine
I'm gonna-
like halfway to your rib cage through your chest. So not
Yeah,
I'm
through your
going-
rib cage, but we can see bits of it.
No, I would have healed the flesh over the hole.
Yeah, but you got to start with the fact that it had a hole through your heart.
The Lazarus patch dealt with that.
So, Pim.
Yes, Pim.
I'm assuming there's a lot of copper around. I'm going to take some of the copper and jam it into the back of its body like an earth wire, if I can, so that it can't. Because signals can't travel through copper, can they?
Yes, they can.
Oh, that's buggered. All right, well, I'm going to see if I can try and remove their back panel then while they're pinged.
Okay, sure thing. It has been manufactured by industry standards. I don't think that your body has any tools with which to do this. So I'm going to say that you probably need to like grab a random pile of junk next to you and hope that there's a section of it that has a screwdriver-esque cross section, and then just aggressively twist
Crowbar
it.
I'll
Yeah,
crowbar
kind of. Okay, you can try and crowbar it. Well, then I will need you to make a strength check with
Just
this.
strength, yeah.
Yeah, just strength with this unlimited strength modifier.
Let's see. How do I do that?
Just
bugger
roll.
it.
Yeah, just roll 2d6.
Be good. Oh, 7.
I believe there's a -1 involved though because you're in a
There's a
squawk
6.
box.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a 6.
Yes, it's a 6. You aren't able to pry it open, but you have managed to get like an anchor point. So you've got a place to apply leverage, but weren't able to use quite as much force as was needed to pry the back plate off.
Okay.
Progress. Next up is
Yeah.
Jacob.
Having run out of action for a few turns is pretty good,
Yes.
considering our aim.
Jacob, the turn is yours.
Maybe it's
Tim,
my
you there?
fault again.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
Right now,
gonna-
go on.
Probably just going to take a pot shot at that guy.
Yep, go for it. They have an armor class of 4.
Mm-hmm. How many shots
Come
am I
on, you can
taking?
hit it. You can hit it.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Do it. Do it. Oh, heck.
Wow, that was horrible.
This is unfortunate for you guys, but at least all the bad rolls are being spent now.
That assumes that we will get good rolls.
Fingers crossed.
Oh
Okay.
boy. Our butts. are
Dimitri.
toasted.
There's a guy in your face.
Good.
He is angry. What shall you do?
Brother, you can do it.
Can I hit him with monoblade instead?
Oh,
Yes, actually, you can. That would look really cool, actually, like a stun baton versus like big machete fight.
It's it's blade in one hand and pistol in the other.
He's going at him like
Oh
a
god,
bloody
you're a
stormtrooper.
commissar.
Yes, my commissar. Anybody who runs away, I shoot him back.
Okay. Make an attack roll with the monoblade. +7.
He's terrible.
Oof.
Oh my God.
He parries your hit, and now you are properly in a sword fight with a robot. It's something to write home about for sure.
Just so you know, that would have been a 7 on the hit die.
No.
On the damage roll. But it was not meant to be.
Catalina.
wonderful. How far can I run forward?
10 meters.
Let's see how much room that is. 10 is to about here.
I assume we're just not counting half meters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not counting half meters. It's boring.
So about there I can move. But
Yep.
I don't want to be that far, maybe across this way a bit more. And then I shall attempt to shoot. Actually, no, I am reloading. So I will actually... That's my action, isn't it? Instead of attacking.
Don't you have a mag pistol?
Yes.
But I can't attack and reload.
Oh,
True.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna reload.
Okay. So as you
Are
sprint
you sure
forward,
the Sorry, I thought the plasma projector was type B's.
no,
No, type A's.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise I would have bought type B's.
Right.
type B is used to power like a vehicle.
Oh, wow. Okay. Or a bigger plasma projector.
Or like a gunnery weapon or something. Okay, so Catalina sprints forward through the dirt, dramatically ejects a spent power cell, pockets it, and slams it in a new one. That is your turn. Next up, Lucky.
Alright, I'm going to shoot at this guy again, because he didn't go back behind cover.
No, he did not, and that was my mistake, so please take advantage of it.
I am going to go full auto again, which will use the last of the ammo in my clip. And his AC is 4, so I will add a +2. And I better fucking hit. Fucking.
Finally.
Just based on how hard this has been for you guys, it's not the end of the combat by any means. But how do you want to do this?
I want to blow his head off the moment he pops around to shoot again.
Okay, this very angry-looking robot scoots up, goes to aim upwards, and it's almost like he can feel the grin on your face from behind your iron sights. You squeeze the trigger, spin the last few rounds, and his head just goes flying. And I'm going to say for dramatic effect, it ends up impaling itself on the spike wall.
Gotcha, you Drongo.
He's done. He's dead.
It's over.
Darius, it's your turn.
Yep. Nah.
Nope.
Yep, nope.
That one.
Oof, that's unfortunate. That same guy who is just the bane of your collective existences, who is defying all expectations, has no cover, but is not going. Speaking of which, it's his turn now.
If he could go ahead
Bet
and
you
die
he
right
ro-
now, that'd be great.
Yeah, rolls a nat 20. Let's see.
He's just going to fire at that mound of dirt again. No! What is happening? What is actually happening? It is just like it's
Three
like
threes in a row.
That
It's
is
like
the
an
curse of
episode of-
Barry. That is the curse of Barry.
it's like an episode of Star Wars up in here. There's just like random pews left and right, shots.
Someone assured
going
me
all
that
over
this stormtrooper program would do well.
No one is managing to make much progress, except for you guys, who are actually dropping. Okay, so basically, Dimitri, you are going to get attacked by a stun baton.
Oh, really? What a surprise. Never saw that one coming.
How could you not? It's glowing.
Okay, that is a 10 to hit. You have an armor class of 7.
Yes.
He doesn't have enough of a bonus to get past your armor, so you parry.
Hooray.
It's just pew pew.
Yay. Musketeer.
Lots of dramatic back and forth. Next up, this robot that Pym has pinned is going to attempt to struggle his way free.
Fail.
The Jewel of Fate starts playing in the background.
He doesn't fail.
That's copyright now. So this robot is able to pull himself free from the pile of junk that you dropped on him. He still has the metal plate sticking from his back that you put there.
I'm clinging to his back, by the way.
Okay, sure thing. But he is now free to move around.
Okay. Oh no.
Rory, are you talking? Because we can't hear you.
Yes, because I'm having trouble with this whole push to talk thing, but it's okay. Okay, he is free now. Hang on.
Button.
Yeah. One more.
Right.
Yes, I've just placed a new combatant on the board who is another security bot sprinting out of the water.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Our butts shall be fried.
Wait. Is he armed with the water pistol?
He makes it to about there with his full movement of just throwing open the door and running forwards. And now, Dr. Charles, it is your turn.
I'm going to struggle and try to fire at this stupid robot one more time. 4. Submit.
You
Submit.
can do it. Lockie believes in you. Never mind.
It's getting worse!
I'm sorry. Guys, I'm so sorry. This must have
Why is
been
this even a thing?
this must have been what Roll20's server tweaks were doing. It was making everyone roll terribly.
Quick.
Yes, let's blame the patch. Let's blame
let's
the
get to
server
Twitter
rerolls.
and blame them.
Yes, yes. Blame the server, not us.
Do we
Oh,
go into sudden death where every turn everyone's AC drops by 1?
There we go.
I'm
That sounds
okay
very
with that
dangerous.
because I've got a decent amount of AC.
Pim, it's
All right, so I'm going to pry that back panel open.
okay. Make a strength check.
6 again.
That's still just a 6. So essentially, you are just like jumping up and down on this plate, trying to use all your weight to pry it open, but it's not enough because you're quite small.
Okay.
It's
Is there
okay.
any wires or anything showing?
No, not really. It's all it's all internal and stable.
Hmm.
Okay, now it's Jacob's turn again. Tim.
Yep.
Pew, pew, pew.
I'm just
Please
going
shoot
to
that
do another roll that does nothing.
He says before he hits and kills it.
I've only killed one thing so far.
What is happening? Legit, what is happening?
Are you not remembering to hit the button? Or you just...
These rolls are potatoes.
Yep.
Sorry, guys. Catalina, your turn.
Okay, dokie. Catalina will do the dash from here to where can I run? Where can I run?
There.
I see Christian looking around
Uh,
for something, and then he's
yeah,
dice.
so you know what? I will move to. I'm assuming this is a little pillar to just
Yeah.
sort of this pillar here, so I can have some cover.
Sure.
And does my brother look like he need assistance? And by brother I mean
Me or
To me.
Sorry.
The brother.
At the
the
moment he
brother,
appears.
not my brother. Is strange.
At the moment he appears to be holding his own in this sword fight, but who knows when that's going to change.
Right. Can I see this fella over here from my position?
No. Yeah.
No.
Directly in the way.
But can I see this one?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will shoot him in the, I don't know, metal shiny ass.
Go for it. Make an attack roll.
What's his AC?
7.
Oh, yes. I can maybe actually hit him. No!
Oh my god.
Damn it! We are not hitting anything tonight. Far
Such a shot
out.
tease.
You've killed so many people, but it's taking a while just to mow through. Dimitri, continue sword fighting if that's what you want to do.
Sure. I shall.
Oh
do that
my
thing
god.
again.
I'll just expect everything to miss now.
What did Tim do?
Missed.
We've all just been
And I
hitting and
fired,
missing.
and I
I mean,
missed,
shooting
and
and
I
missing.
fired, and I missed, and I missed again. I missed both times.
See,
I
when I
saw-
do hit, I typically do a shitload of damage. I just need to hit.
Same here. Just, all I have to do is hit, and
Yeah.
I can do minimum is 4 points of damage.
So
Yeah, I was gonna
close.
say you do the same amount of damage as me.
Yeah, that's one thing that is very frustrating with this rule system. It's built more towards single hits rather than chipping damage.
I kind
Which
of
is
actually
interesting.
appreciate that, to be honest.
Yeah, like when I roll 5 on the damage dice, but couldn't hit it.
Okay. Dimitri is still in this really, really epic-looking sword fight with the security bot.
But we're
Wh-
both
which
just
is-
waving our arms around and nothing's happening.
Well,
You're Jedi.
it's made all the more impressive by the fact that you are wearing long black robes and just have this beautiful sword.
It's like a scene out of
Smacking back.
Blade.
Basically, yes. Next up, it is Lockie's turn.
Alrighty, I actually have to reload. So that's going to be my turn.
Okay. Lockie spends his
I do
turn.
not have a pistol, unfortunately.
Fair enough. Lockie spends his turn reloading. Actually, yeah, it's meant to be Darius first. So, Darius, it's your turn.
I'm gonna take a shot at that one.
By all means,
Okay.
pew.
Just gotta hit it and I'll kill it.
Yep, that is the problem.
Well done.
Unfortunately, therein lies our problem.
Is that nobody can actually hit?
You just
You've
rolled
chosen.
another nat one.
Yes, you did actually.
Yeah, I think so.
Excuse me.
Oof a doof. Okay, so it's their turn now.
Stupid.
Okay, Pim. The one that you're against is going to spin around rapidly in an attempt to just shake you off its back. So,
Cool.
I'd say make an athletics roll to maintain your grasp while he spins around.
That's physical save, yeah?
No, it's a skill. So roll athletics with strength. Okay, you are shaken off, and upon seeing where it is that you land, he is going to walk over and pick you up.
I'm going to be right back real quick.
Turn it
You mean
out.
attempt to? I'm going to try and make my way back into the trash. This is my area.
Is there anything we can do to improve our aim, such as under-turn aiming?
Maybe. I don't have the time to peruse that part of the rules right now, but yes. Make an evade save for me, Pim, please. So essentially, just roll a d20. If it's if it's a 15 or higher, you can avoid being grabbed.
There you go.
Success! He reaches forward and tries to grab you with his one arm, but you just scuttle away and begin your feverish burrowing into this trash from whence you came.
Literally.
I really am a little trash goblin, aren't I?
Yes.
Oh boy. Seeing the
Okay,
true colours of Pim tonight.
Yep.
And then
Dimitri.
weed
The
green
scarab of Half-Life.
Oh my god. Dimitri, again. This epic sword fight continues with no one giving up any ground as you just parry and block and riposte and fight back and forth with nothing actually being achieved by either of you. And finally, this guy back here.
The android is coming down to take a shot at Dimitri.
He is sprinting as fast as he can towards the entrance. And big guy.
In a world where all the dice rolls are shit.
I am back.
You're
got
just teased by the larger. Oh, they're wrong.
So whose turn is it?
It'll be Charles
Charles,
after the android.
The big pew pew guy who was on the roof also seems to have grown sick of what's going on. So what he did was he jumped off the roof and is now going to proceed to walk towards you. And is going to take a shot at Catalina.
Oh no, I disagree.
Rolls a 3. Look at it. Look at the 3.
Roll a 4. Oh my god.
Oh good, that doesn't hit,
Nice.
right?
No, it does not. Even with your armor the way it is, that doesn't hit. So
Awesome.
he misses and is now no longer on the roof. Next up, it is Dr. Charles.
Now he is not in. He might still be my line of sight, maybe.
You were able to get the shots that you did.
I wonder if D&D Beyond.
I have
has
to
got a
move
crap run
just
on the
slightly
generator.
to the side here, so I could shoot through the gate. So yeah, I'm going to shoot through the gate and try and still kill the one toting a gun. If I can. Commit and roll. Yes!
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more.
Which one were you shooting?
The one with the gun.
Sweet.
He has to be dead after that.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is
Which means
dead.
you guys can all move in now, thankfully.
He's been
I
bodied.
wasted like 5 shots on it and did nothing that wouldn't have changed the outcome.
And that was 11 damage.
That was so stupid.
Big whammies. Okay. Now that the remaining ranged combatants are finished ranged combating, would you like to advance at all, Charles?
Yeah, I'll move up 10 meters to just behind, well, as far as I can to where Jacob is.
Sure thing. About there.
Okay. There. There. There we go.
Cool. Okay. Whoops. Since I took that guy out of initiative, he was marking all the bad guys. So it's fine anyway because he's run out of back in. Him.
So we're still
Was
in the
my
trash
turn
pile.
missed then?
No, you tried shooting.
Oh, okay.
Let's have a look. Darius Shivani, laser pistol miss.
Oh, okay. So, how to get from Charles to PM?
Because Pim, I had to. That it was the robot's turn.
Oh, right. That was okay. It
yeah,
was
now
their
it's
turn.
my turn.
Yeah,
It was-
yeah, sorry.
It was him being attacked and Pim dodging.
Yeah, I was just confused. It's all good.
Fair enough.
Cool. Is he standing on trash at the moment?
He can't not be standing on trash at the moment.
Can I burrow and destroy that from under him? Like quicksand, in a way?
You may be overestimating your abilities there, bud.
Maybe just a little. I'm trying to think of what kind of scrap and refuse is around us at the moment.
You can
Is
Is
run.
there any... Huh? I can
You can
kind
run
of...
is probably the best idea.
In terms of things in your immediate vicinity, I'm going to say like a booster engine from a ship that has been discarded and isn't attached to anything anymore is probably the largest thing nearby.
And it's low down, isn't it? It's not high up.
It's just a big booster engine that's just lying on the ground.
Okay, that's not going to be too helpful. Okay, can I go around him while stealthed and, get to about... Hold on, I'll measure. About, where I am now, about here.
You can, yes, but if you're going to be doing it stealthily, I will need a stealth roll from you.
Damn it.
Of course, with dexterity.
Yeah. That's not
Okay.
bad. 6.
All right. Well, then I will make a perception roll on his turn to see if he was able to track their movement. All right, Jacob, it's your turn.
What's left?
We're down to the
There.
last dregs of the bad guy.
All right. Well, let's roll my last bullet in the chamber. Seven for that guy, is it? In the middle?
Yes. All the combatants left have an armor class of 7.
Yay! Damage.
He's dead! Tim, you killed him!
He's dead, Dave.
Yay. He's dead, Dave.
Last shot in the barrel.
Yay.
Dave.
I can't let you do that, Dave. You must die.
So, that was a very Dirty Harry kind of moment of 1 shot left in the barrel. Do I feel lucky? Yes. And he is down.
Finally, we're getting kills.
Would you like to do any movement at all, Jacob?
What is that?
You have been achieving kills the entire time, just upon the smaller guys.
Nah, I'm just going to stay where I am. Did you get that?
Right,
I'm going to stay
sure
where I am.
thing. Catalina, you're next.
Ooh. Okay, what's still alive?
That one dude that's still fighting Dimitri.
And
Oh.
one guy.
Searching for Pim.
Well, I don't know there's one searching for Pim, so I'm going to shoot the one that is fighting Dimitri.
Go for it.
Shit to me.
Okay. Did you
No
just say
promises.
don't shoot you? What's its
Yes.
AC? 6, 4, 2?
7.
7.
Ah!
Oof! He lunges just as you take a shot, and it just brushes past his shoulders.
That was kaput.
Too bad. Next up, it is Dimitri. Continue sword fighting.
Oh! Yes!
It's a hit.
Da 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 da. Just,
You guys gonna get us copyrighted. Stop it.
just,
That was
just,
how badly we were doing it.
just as he lunges forward to make this strike against you and is missed by the bolt of plasma from Catalina, you
Lives
pick
in
your
some
moment
open
and you
and they give him a slice.
just bring the blade up into cart and just stab directly through the chest for exact cease damage to kill this guy. He just goes limp on your blade and shuts down.
I kind of think that with
Okay,
Molotov, if he goes limp, he just slides off. Or it slides through or something like that.
Depends on which way the blade was facing when you
Yeah,
stabbed.
basically.
So you basically just turn it
Okay,
and then he slides off.
with that, I think it'll be more interesting to leave Pim alone in the junk pile and just go for a break there because for the majority of you, all of the combatants have been dealt with and it's 10 minutes past 8. So we'll go for a break of about 10 minutes and then we will jump back in with you guys finding Pim and exploring the rest of this foundry. So Alice, could you take us to a break?
Yes, I can. Oh god, I pressed the wrong button.
Press the wrong button already.
Hi, everybody.
Oh,
We are back. Time for more adventures. The party has just concluded a challenging but ultimately successful combat, and now they have a foundry to wander around in. They don't know where Pim is, and the one remaining robot that's pursuing Pim
has to make a perception.
he doesn't know where he is. So
Oh dear.
you are currently being pursued. However, he's kind of hampered by the terrain, whereas you're working with it. So I'd say the pace of the chase is about the same. So what you guys can hear is like bangs and crashes from inside the junk pile as the smoke is cleared from the muzzles of your guns. What would you like to?
Reload.
I'm gonna grab Christian's character and just hoist him over a shoulder and start dragging him down the hill.
But he can stand, I think. And he's already over here. He's already here. He's near the drawbridge already. He moved.
I'm fine. I'm already moving.
Yeah, he's already walking us. Do you want to join us?
Okay. I'm gonna head directly to the radio tower then.
That's probably a good idea. I'm gonna go investigate Pim, I guess, because that's a commotion. It sounds like a concerning commotion. So,
Would you like to say it in accent, perhaps?
Pim, are you okay? What's going on over here?
Help!
How far
help!
can I?
Help!
How far can I run? I can run to edge of green.
Accurate.
Okay, so I'll just get something from everybody in terms of what they're doing. So Catalina is going to investigate Pim. Darius is going to make his way towards the comms tower. What is everybody else?
I'm gonna walk in, and as I'm walking by, I'm gonna see if anyone's injured.
I am going to continue to provide Overwatch like I have been doing.
Okay, so you can be on comms with me if you like. If you would like to be able to convert.
I'm going to warm myself up.
I'm
Just inside the geothermal plant. Yeah.
I am the geothermal.
I'm trying to remember what the plan was. Was plan to take out tower or take out power?
Yes.
Take out communication and then we rescue exile. No, captives, slaves, whatever.
No, but did we want to take out the power too, or just take out the tower?
Take out the tower is the assumption that it'd be using to communicate with the drones if any more are coming. So we take out the tower, we could probably stop the other drones coming.
Okay, I moved to comms tower.
You can assist Darius, duh.
I can, duh.
Right.
Okay.
Darius is still outside, apparently.
His Discord crash. His communication crash.
Okay, so as Dimitri is making his way towards the comms tower, Dr. Barker, you would see that he has signs of damage on his person.
I'd probably go, Dimitri, wait up for a moment.
How come? Like,
Do you want?
It's just a flesh wound.
I'm back. Want to fix that?
Welcome.
I guess
Welcome back.
if you wish.
Sorry.
I walk up to Dimitri and activate my power and heal him for hit points.
For hit points.
Please roll a d.
I shall do this. Where is it? Get one. Get one. You get all of the hit points.
Now I have more hit points than I had before.
Nope.
That's how this works, yeah.
Nope. You're just back on full. So as you kind of like catch your breath and shake off the sword fight you're in, you feel this great sense of warmth within you, and the wound that you took almost completely heals over and just leaves like a small scar, basically.
I was going to say it leaves a hole in my cloth.
But it does give you system strain, I believe.
Yes. So, yes. So, Dr. Barker and Dimitri now both have a point of system strain.
So this is base 1?
If you, there should be a place to track system strain near the top, I think. Basically, the amount of points of system strain you can have before you can't have any more is equal to your constitution score. Not modifier, but score. If you hit that limit, you can't benefit from healing anymore, and it takes 1 day of not having your system under stress to have it reduced.
Okay. It just says base, max, and permanent, so
it's just
the base.
Yeah, it's just base, not permanent. If it's permanent, it's a lot more dangerous.
No, I know. I'm just thinking like base is a weird word to use when it should be more like current.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, it's a bit odd. So, seeing people moving around
doesn't require me to have system strain. It just has system strain for the person. I just have to commit effort.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of the old version of it.
No, you healed yourself, remember?
Yes.
Yeah, but I can use it up to the amount of effort. Like,
yeah, but
I only have to commit effort once, and I can use the healing.
Yes,
commit effort for the day. Once used, they can continue to use it for the rest of the thing without committing effort again.
Yeah, but the healing says that the recipient of the healing, which is you, takes system strain. So you healed yourself during the fight, remember? So yes. All good?
Is it possible for me to stab little robot and save Pim, but in a way that will not damage it too much?
I don't think you can see it just yet.
Not quite yet. Hang on. I'll see. Yes, okay. Please make a perception check to investigate the junk pile. As you are searching around.
The commotion. Is wisdom?
Yes. So, yes, roll perception with wisdom. As you're doing that, Jacob just swaggers over to the geothermal plant, kicks open the door, and sees that inside there's a variety of large pipes and cylinders to and fro, mainly just stacked on each wall. At the back wall, there is a large tank with controls on the front of it. That is what you see. Also, to the immediate left and right of the door you've walked in, there's
plasma tank?
Nope. There are weird. Not weird, but there are basically vacant spaces in the dust that you assume were until very recently occupied by these security bots. So you suspect that they may have been standing guard and just standing perfectly still at their posts for a while before they were activated. Catalina, your investigation is enough to kind of find a sturdy box to stand on and kind of pull yourself up above the eyeline of some of this junk and see the small Pim kind of scurrying for his life as fast as he can away from danger, being angrily pursued by this partially damaged stun baton wielding guy.
Okay, can I just cut off stun baton? Cut off stun baton with my monoblade.
Okay, you can vault over some of this junk, enter the pile, and make an attack roll against this guy. Go.
Okay, I do vaulting first. And then shut up. Leave me and my sound
effects. Thank you for the
alone.
sound effects.
What's his AC?
7.
Done.
Unfortunately, you jump forwards and you try to make a cut at his arm, but he's too quick and pivots and just parries your hit instead. And now the two of you are just in a bit of a back and forth. So he's gonna see
Isn't
you
it my turn
as
again now?
Oh yeah, fair enough. Pim, you have a moment to interact before this robot swings at Catalina.
I'm going to protect Catalina's life, and if I can, leap off something and cling to its head. And hold on to its head.
Oh god, he's a face hugger.
Okay. Make me a general dexterity or acrobatics roll to jump up onto him and hold on to.
Don't be mean to me, will you?
He's good. He's
Ah.
good.
That works. You have like secured your tentacles around this thing's face and are just holding on for dear life.
You shall not touch Catalina.
The robot was already like partway through his swing when he was like grabbed on the face, so he's going to continue the motion that he started upon engaging Catalina. So he's going to make an attack against you. But you are able to block it in return.
Stupid robot.
I'm going to say with this robot damaged and now blinded, just for the sake of brevity, you are able to subdue it without destroying it.
Duh.
How does that sound?
This is okay.
Cool.
So now,
I did there. What exactly?
Catalina.
happened?
Okay.
Can I take out its AI?
Catalina. Go for it.
What do I need to roll for that?
It doesn't have an AI. It's
it's
got like
fine.
a communication thing.
Oh,
What are you attempting?
well, I want to put Pim in the robot, if possible.
Okay, well, I'm going to say, just make me a tech post-tech roll to turn the robot off without damaging it.
Can I assist? Because I know how they're manufactured.
Yes.
Would that be a dexterity or wisdom intelligence?
I'm going to say, given the fact that he's currently struggling against you, you roll with intelligence, but Pim, Catalina rolls with dexterity, but Pim rolls with intelligence to give you the right advice.
So it's a post-tech.
Yep, tech post-tech, so just roll that with intelligence.
Haha, something I'm good at.
Put the probe there.
Ooh, yeah!
Yeah, I get a
You roll
plus
over.
1.
Okay, go for it.
Ooh.
Now you guys roll well.
Not bad.
Okay, you kind of, as you're kind of grappling with this guy, you see the plate that Pim had shoved into his back, and while he's pinned on the ground, you just like elbow it open and pop the plate off its back, reach in, unplug a wire, and it just goes limp. You now have a partially damaged security box.
Pim, do you want to take control of this robot?
It might be preferable to what I have been doing so far, yes.
Duh, it might also be good for infiltration, maybe? Here,
Allow
let's...
me one moment to prime it so that I can enter it.
Oh,
I'm
let's...
going to remove its communication relay so
That's-
that Black Lance cannot interfere.
That's correctly smart. Smartly... No, this is not proper English. Let me know how I can assist.
May you be my hands.
Oh,
I will attempt to shift things, but I need your strength.
that is fine. And I will assist Pim in whatever he needs.
Sure thing.
I also have my
Tech
little
post tech?
meta tool on me as well.
Since it's currently
Disabled.
deactivated, yeah, just roll post-tech to see how long it takes, because you have it in front of you now, and you do have a pretty decent operating knowledge of machinery.
All
So
right.
just roll to see how long it takes, and we'll say that you spend You spend a few minutes doing these adjustments, and while you're doing that, we can shift back over to everybody else and see what they're up to.
What roles do we need for it? Post-tech what? Int?
Yes, intelligence.
Okay, for both of us?
Yes, Pim has already rolled. It didn't go great. So, but you have covered for him. I suppose because of your previous work doing tweaks and installation inside Android bodies, you came into your own and have success. And it'll take you a minute or two, but you have unplugged and discarded the portable comms unit that was built into this robot, so that Black Lance cannot control it anymore. Very nice.
She has the magic fingers.
Indeed.
And then we'll try and implement Pim's data pad so that he can still communicate to us.
He could just use his hand for that anyway.
Does he have a hand? I was just gonna like tape it to his face so we can still talk.
It's got its right hand is just a stun baton, but it has a functional left hand as well.
Okay.
Yep. So while the rest of the party hears general sounds of chatter and cooperation amongst the junk pile, what are the rest of you doing? I believe Jacob's gone into the geothermal, and Darius was walking over to the big garage.
I'm pretty much just continuing to Overwatch.
Cool.
In case something comes along.
If I've heard that they're removing a comms unit, I'm just going to open radio chatter to them and just say, hey, save that comms unit for me, please.
Okay.
In fact, bring it over to the comms tower. I've got an idea.
Alright, let me finish looking after Pim. I will bring it in a second.
We've lost Pim.
That's okay. So, Darius, as you kind of case the building, as it were, you see that it has one of those, like, basic but functional metal ladders that just runs up the side, and it has those, like, semicircular strips of metal that reach over it to make sure that no one falls backwards. And it is in the, like, the bottom right-hand corner on this map of the building. So if you wanted to climb up to be on the same level as the comms tower, you could take that from the outside.
I would do that.
Okay, sure thing. You go about and climb the tower. What are Dimitri and Dr. Barker doing?
Well, Dr. Barker just healed me. I would be following Darius, but he's disappeared while I wasn't watching.
If you're following, I've come this way, so I would have pointed where I was going.
Okay.
Yep. You can hear him climb the comms tower. Jacob, what was your intention towards the geothermal? Tim?
Sorry, so nothing really. I was actually thinking about going up on the wall and actually getting out my binoculars and keeping an eye on things.
Yep, fair enough. Okay, so you vacate the geothermal plant, climb up on top of a building. You to get a good vantage point, you could also climb on top of the big garage / comm tower and look out from there if you wanted to.
That works too.
Okay, perfect. Bear in mind that these walls aren't actual walls; they're just spikes, and spikes, and spikes.
Okay.
Okay. Charlie boy, I'll just see what you're.
I'm probably going to head to the junk pile to see what Pim and that's doing.
Fair enough.
I won't go into the junk pile. I'll literally just stand there, and I'll be looking at my suit and the hole that the laser burned through my suit, going, that's going to be very expensive to fix.
Not as expensive as the sex bot we left in the forest.
Don't even start.
Okay, would I be installed yet or no? Because this is the perfect time to do something. I can't hear you, Rory.
I've just sent the stats to Salty Chats. The one difference is that the move is 15 as opposed to 30. That was a okay. Yes. So Charles is just being present over by the thing, and we want it. I think as Darius and Dimitri make it up on top of the comms tower.
Am I the only one disconnecting? Or...
No, I had a bit of a lag spike then too. It's all good.
Okay. It's the internet. As the two of you make it up on top of the comms tower, you see a mounted camera that you perhaps didn't have the time to notice before in the midst of the fighting. Kind of pivot and look towards the two of you, and
I shoot it.
Just as you pull out your gun and take a shot, you hear the crackle of like a speaker system turn on, and across the entire compound, everybody just hears, "I wouldn't do that if I were you."
Yeah, evil robot, whatever. I shoot it.
It is a stationary camera. It's not like it's going to be hard. The camera blows up.
Sweet.
Did the voice sound? Sorry, I'm not even there, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it sounded like Black Lance when I previously listened to Black Lance over someone's phone, didn't I?
You guys received a broadcast from Black Lance the first time you were on the planet when he basically called out to you, "Surrender or I shoot."
Yep.
Yep, it sounded exactly the same as that.
Okay, so
Sweet, cool. Going to ignore it, shoot the camera. And the next thing I'm going to do is look for the most complex tangle of wires I possibly can.
Okay, it looks like there have, as you kind of look up so essentially what you have in front of you is like a large room, and on top of that room is the comms tower proper. As you look at the comms tower and kind of track the wires down to their source, it looks like a hole has, like, one or several holes have been punched into the ceiling of this like comms tower room you're right next to, and so the cables run from the comms tower down into this room.
Cool. So I have access to the cables themselves.
You would have to climb up an additional story to be on top of that floor, but.
All right, Dimitri, give me a boost.
For what? To get in the window?
No, the comms tower. Give me a hand. I'll pull you up after.
I give you a hand.
Sweet.
I do.
Okay, Darius, go ahead and make me an athletics roll, please. With strength or dex, whichever you rather.
With assistance, because
yes, he's being assisted, which means. Yeah. So Dimitri, you will also roll. If you get a 7 or better, you can give a +1 to dex.
Athletics, not strength, yeah.
Yep.
Strength or dex.
Yep. Strength or dex, your call.
No.
Okay. Unfortunately, he's a bit winded by the sword fight and can't give you much help.
I can get up. Don't stress.
Yep. As he goes to do the whole like back against the wall foot cradle thing, you just do like a vertical leap and pull yourself up all by yourself.
Yeah, and I'm going to reach down and try and pull him up too.
Yeah, with your roll, that's not a problem. The two of you can then make it on top of the comms tower.
Sweet. And I'm going to head over to the nearest bundle of large wires. I'm not even going to check what they are as long as they're data wires, and I'm going to slap one of my line shunts on it.
Oh, okay. It's going to be interesting. Right, you walk over. A line shot is just like an adhesive thing you attach to a wire to basically boost your signal, right?
No, it means that if I hack it, it's permanently hacked until that line shunt is found.
Ah, very effective. Okay, you have just done that at this stage.
Okay, what do we do?
Am I in the machine yet?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, cool.
Yes, at that point, I'd say it's with all the kerfuffle and the climbing, it's been enough time for Pim to be installed in his new body. Your body does have 2 points of damage on it already, so it only has 2 hit points left.
Okay.
But you are.
I'm going
faster
to
and
move
more
towards
strong.
the edge of the junk, leaving my squawk box with Catalina. I'm going to come here, and I'm going to jump out in front of Charles and go, surrender. Just kidding.
I'm gonna put the squawk box and net because I made the net into like a makeshift bag before, and the squawk box just kind of like took it with it, put it back over my shoulder.
Sure thing.
I'm going to need a communication device to finish this, Dimitri. Do you know if anyone has an extra one?
You could just use.
We just
are you going to leave it here, or are you going to take it away?
It's gonna stay.
Yeah, I could just give you mine. Like I don't use it that much.
It's probably going to get found and destroyed eventually.
It's not like I keep anything bad on it.
All right then. I'm going to just, using my multi-tool, pull up some of the cable and tangle it around Dimitri's communications pad, and then hook that into the line shunt.
So you're trying to hide the compad in amongst the cables and then attach that to the line shunt?
Yep.
All right. That sounds like a good plan. What is your intentions with this computer system?
I'm not actually going to hack it now. I'm going to leave it there as an open point of access to attempt a remote hack.
Okay, fair enough. Cool.
While we have time, it is a good idea to remove the communications and the geothermal plant. No power equals no communication.
The communications
I have
are probably...
something for this, and I pull out another Molotov.
I'm going to open comms again and just say, leave the communications up for the moment because I can bring them down quicker and possibly cause more damage if they're useful still.
Okay, but
I
can I
do
blow
not
up
see how.
geothermal plant?
I don't think one Molotov will do much to a geothermal plant. It's
Me neither, but...
If you throw it into the geothermal shaft, it will cause enough heat to preferably bypass all of the heat.
No, it won't.
All right. If we're going to do this now, give me a second, and I'm going to
3 Molotovs. That is
I'm
all I have.
I'm gonna change plans then. I'm gonna pull the compod off and chuck it back to Dimitri and say, looks like a bit of rush, hang on. And I'm going to start hacking the comms tower.
Okay, what kind of hack are you going for?
For the moment, I want a total system overview of the network.
Do you still have the communications relay that we removed from this part?
So is it going to be get general information?
This is probably a little bit more than general, isn't it?
Okay, well, a complete database acquisition is an option, but it has a DC of 12.
So it's impossible. All right, I'll go get general information then.
You're level 1.
Yeah.
Okay, that has a DC of 10.
Hey, what? Hey, Rory, question. When you moved our character sheets over, did you assign my skill points?
What do you mean?
So, because I went up 1 level, I had
No.
3 skill points, and I
No,
know
you didn't.
that I... Huh?
No one's gained at any levels yet.
Sure?
Yeah, we're all level 1 still.
That was your previous character in the one-shots.
All right, cool. I'll roll a computer roll.
Hold on, before you do that, wait 1 moment, Darius. I do think I can have something to help you with this. Catalina,
Alright,
do you still
bring
have
it
that
over
comms
then.
relay?
Give me a sec.
You mean this dingly dangle thing? Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to take that, plug it into my compad, and I'm going to send a communication back through to Black Lance of literally just a high-pitched scream through all of his sensors.
DDoS attack! Yay!
Oh boy.
Can't hear you, Rory.
I really don't like push to talk.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It's a hard
but
thing to get used to.
you cut out if you don't do that.
You just
So
need to set some manual.
I cut out anyway by forgetting to press the button.
Well, in that case, just leave it
I've
on
turned it off now.
permanently.
Okay, so
I'm
You
going
there?
to send a
Okay.
shite ton
I've
of
done it.
noise through
okay,
the,
so I'm here.
Yeah, you are.
Catalina, can you do me a favor?
Okay, so
can you scream really loud?
where's
into
this sound coming from?
I'm taking whatever sound, like high-pitched scream that comes from Catalina, and then I'm just going to ramp it and change it into like digital form as it transfers, and then basically just, as Chris said, DDoS.
Why
going
do
to
you want
just-
me to scream?
I'm going to change your voice into information. Too much information for him to. Well, he's going to have to sort through it, which will give Darius a window.
Right, okay. And she's just gonna like really confusedly be like, ah,
Louder.
Good.
Okay.
You can...
and she's gonna proceed to do that until eventually, like, she gets to like high pitched banshee shrieking.
Catalina,
Da?
Catalina, channel anger of invasion of Hamud.
That is asking for very dangerous things.
Well, that is what he's asking for. Like
Oh
scream
dear.
like
Please.
Okay, and I'm not gonna scream because the poor
Thank
ears of
you.
our viewers will
Please
die.
don't.
But you
But-
scream.
There is like a heartbreaking, gut-wrenching scream of just anguish and grief that echoes from this foundry.
Much anger.
Absolutely much anger. And Pim, you're able to use your compad, which I assume you have retrieved,
Yes.
to record this. There is something I would like to point out to you guys as you're doing all this. About at this time, you can hear sounds coming from the manufacturing building
Yeah, I figured as much.
of this facility. It sounds like it sounds like large servos and pneumatic engines and conveyor belts are moving and are doing something.
Oh dear. We should blow up geothermal plant now, yeah?
No, because you'll take the comms tower down before I've actually done anything.
Okay.
Well, I've
This
created the
case-
window to hack. Does that help?
So I'm gonna attempt that if I can.
Okay. Wait. So walk me through what you're doing. It's you basically attaching a compad to a communications device, and then just playing an audio file to it.
No, basically, I'm just gonna
No.
change her voice
hang on.
info. Oh.
Hang on. I'm going to ask that you send that audio file to me, and then I'm going to broadcast that through the communications network in an attempt to short out anything that has access to it.
I'm currently holding that communications network in my hand.
Yeah, but you're not going to have the power to make it force broadcast over everything. Because I'll just shut off that comm channel.
It's okay. Rory, help me out here. It's a piece directly linked to Black Lance's communications. Yes.
Yes, all of the technology that is made here has a direct connection to his network because he wants to be able to control it, as you do. But just guys, just so that you have an understanding of this, basically it's like Discord right now. If you were to do what you're attempting on one of many audio input devices, Black Lance would hear a
Would
scream.
mute the channel.
No,
Then
what
he'd
I'm
go,
trying
"Oh,
to say is
that's
like, you know
annoying."
when you call a fax machine?
Yeah,
No,
but
You know when you
I've
call
never
a
used a fax machine.
but yeah, dude, Mikhail, you're not getting it. You're doing it on one channel.
Okay,
Can't
fine.
access every single channel through a single compad. That's why I'm hacking the comms tower so that we can broadcast this across all channels.
How many channels are there?
How
Pretty
many
sure it's
robots are
only
there?
one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just send it to Chris then.
Okay. You have you have this gargled and nasty audio file, and you are standing on top of the tower as you are tinkering. Those speakers crackle back up again, and you hear Black Lance's voice say, "Do you really think this is going to work?"
No, probably not, but it's fun. And I'm going to press
I was
play.
hoping so. Yeah.
Okay, make me a computers roll, please.
Am I allowed to assist?
Yes, you are allowed to assist.
Intelligence?
Would I be considered
Intelligence.
assisting in this situation?
Providing the audio file, I don't think so. Ooh, good one. That is an 11 from Pim on the assist roll, so yeah, +1.
Oh,
Wait, what? Hang on. Why is it red?
because I rolled a 1.
How do you have a plus? Oh, no. Yeah. You rolled a 1 on one of your rolls. Okay. Okay, that is a general success. So you have connected up this device to the broadcast tower and are now just broadcasting a new signal to everything else. You don't have any current points of comparison, though audibly you do hear some rather unusual whirring noises from inside the manufacturing plant.
And I'm going to try and modulate it through pretty much everything in random spikes. So random systems just go down for short periods.
Interesting. This, I think, will require hacking to maintain this at this level, because, as I said before, Black Lance should be able to have control over his system. So you are basically trying to subvert the system. Yes.
Yeah.
Where's the thing? Am I blind? There it is. Yeah. So you know what? I'm going to call this suppressing the system, and the code and scream you've made is basically the suppressant. So the broadcast you're making, with the assist of the line shunt, is just keeping any robots attached to the network from doing anything.
Sweet.
So please make me another computers roll, and this is to sustain your audio attack.
But isn't that what the line shunt does?
Well, did this roll that you made before?
No, I mean, doesn't the line shunt sustain the attack?
It does. You know what? Did you add the +1 from Pim to your roll?
No.
Okay, then that is an 8, so it's successful. Okay. First successful hack.
Yay.
It will take you 10 minutes to do this, though, so it has begun, and you are basically just sitting there with like a compad on your knees or in your hand, just like feverishly typing away to get a firm grip on this. And those of you who are elsewhere, previously the banging and the whirring was very rhythmic and seemed to make an amount of sense coming from the manufacturing plant. But the more that Darius works, it's more kind of like, and it sounds like something very not supposed to happen is going on in that plant.
All right. So me and Catalina are going to enter the geothermal plant.
I wish to put
Molotovs
in strategic
Who else
places
is
to
doing stuff?
make it blow up.
Wait. If you
Not yet,
take
not
out the
yet.
If you
Okay,
take
I'm
a
not taking.
geothermal plant, the comms tower goes down and the hack goes down. So all robots go back up power systems and they work again.
Okay,
just like
new plan then. I go to manufacturing and I go blow that up.
okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
What is everybody else doing during this time?
I'm going to enter the geothermal plant. And I'm going to start, if I can, get into the system and subvert so that power only goes to the comms tower.
Maybe. How about a Mr. Jacob, or a Dr. Barker, or a Lucky? What are you guys doing in this time?
Absolutely nothing.
If it looks like it's fairly safe, I might come down, but I think with everything that's going on, I might stay up here still, just keep an eye on it.
Okay,
Just in
fair enough.
case people come from the mines or something, I want to be able to give everyone a heads up.
Fair enough. Charles.
I'm gonna. What else is there? I'm probably gonna go have a look at the pump station and see if I can shut that down. Because if I can shut that down, you're gonna be able to shut down like the forge, manufacturing, and everything.
Okay, sure thing. You can make your way in there. I have plans. I have many plans. Again, as you walk in there, you see the pair of dust vacant footprints that indicate that there was a security bot just standing and waiting here for something to happen. On the north-facing wall, there is just a large series of pumps and machinery that are currently actively churning away. As you were walking towards the building, you saw that there were pumps that seemed to come out of the east of this building, run underneath this spiked wall, and proceed off east towards a water source. There are some controls, but it seems pretty bare bones.
Are there any like valves or something that I can shut down and build pressure?
Yeah, so you want to keep the pump pumping from the source to here, but then cut off the connection from here to the rest of the buildings that it sends water to?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll need you to make a post-tech roll to figure out which is the right thing to fiddle with.
This might not work. Let's have a look. Wisdom or intelligence?
Intelligence.
I got a 7.
That is considered a general success. You basically just use basic logic, follow the path. You see that water is being sent to the forge, the manufacturing plant, and most of all, it is being sent to the geothermal plant. So where do you want to disconnect the water flow from?
Both the forge and manufacturing.
Okay, so you are going to leave water, go into the plant. Sure thing. It takes you a few good hefty turns on this wheel that you assume hasn't actually been turned in a while. But after you put you back into it, you're able to disconnect the water connection to those two locations.
Cool.
Very nice.
After I've done that, I use my bonner blade to cut the wheels off.
Oh, okay.
So I can put it back on.
That's going to take, you know what, there's the time pressure. It takes you some time to position the shot and just line it up. Just go, and the wheel just drops off and is no longer connected to anything.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Everything is fine.
Oh, welcome back,
okay,
Black
so...
Rory.
Sorry, I went on the wrong channel for a tick then.
Oh dear. Yes, Alice?
Mr. Space Master, can I make it to the manufacturing and see what is happening inside?
Yes, you can.
Is there a window?
There are indeed windows. If you go over there and just poke your head inside, you see that basically it is two long conveyor belts flanked on either side by rows of chest-high, tracks that are manned by by basically robot arms. They are a bright red color, and since they are on tracks, basically, you have seen these previously on your home planet. Basically, these arms kind of just slide back and forth. Will have various attachments on the end, and will pick up a thing, move it, solder it, or sever it or something. Basically, it is like an automated plant for manufacturing. Except right now, these arms are just kind of like struggling and spluttering and kind of just grabbing things off the conveyor belt and throwing them about, and all kinds of chaos is ensuing in this plant.
Right. So probably a bit dangerous for me to go in there.
Yes. If you can you make me a perception check, please, as you poke your head in? Just see if there's any extra information I can give
Wisdom?
you. Yes.
Nope.
Oof, nope. That is pulling the majority of your attention. Is just this absolute cacophony of chaos and mess.
Would I know if I'd be able to? I want to know if blowing this up would have any benefit. Would I know that? Like throwing a Molotov in there, would it do anything? Or would it just be irrelevant?
Currently, it's not doing anything either. It is currently subduing. It's currently being subdued by Darius's hack, and if you as a person had doubts in Darius being able to sustain this hack, then maybe you might want to add insult to injury.
It's more a matter of we can't stand here forever just hacking. We need to find a more permanent solution. So
okay.
Well, it's permanent until the line shunt is found now.
Yeah, but we want it to be permanent, not just.
Well, then take it out. I mean, Black Lance itself still doesn't need the communications tower. So there is still a big evil AI roaming about somewhere. He's just lost me.
Right. Before I do anything at the manufacturing, can I check what's happening at the forge or smithery?
Yep, sure thing.
I will go investigate over here.
You walk over, you see very much the same situation. There are it's less crash bang, but the setup is similar. Basically, there are conveyor belts on the west side that would take scrap into a large forge that just dominates the back north of the room, and then the components, once melted down, are spat out another conveyor belt as ingots or components prepared to be sent over to manufacturing to be turned into stuff. It seems that the forge wasn't actively working with any components at the moment, so basically you just see more crazy robo arms spasming about, but don't have the benefit of throwing things to add to their equation.
Can I find something flammable, like oil or something? Is there anything lying around in those buildings? Even if I have to go inside?
The forge, I actually didn't think about what was powering the forge. You know what? The forge is probably powered by electricity, because it's the only real reliable source that it could have in this kind of situation. So it probably has some very powerful electric heaters.
Set it on fire, but I don't want to use my Molotovs.
I think as a person in charge of a facility, having large amounts of anything flammable right next to a forge is a very bad idea.
Yeah, but in the manufacturing...
What if you open it up, then throw the fire in?
But it's already got fire in it. It's a forge.
No, I meant a control panel.
Oh, that might do it.
Yeah, that was the idea.
That's what
it doesn't need it doesn't even have a control panel if it's connected via comms relays to an AI.
Looking through the window, you do see one. It's probably a redundancy, and it doesn't appear to have been used in a while.
Mm.
Well, you got a monoblade.
I essentially just want to render these two buildings inert and useless to Black
Start
Ops.
cutting cords.
So he can't actually do anything. So you know what? I'll go in there with my monoblade and just start stabbing consoles.
Okay, sure thing. You just you push open the door. The forge isn't currently active, so it's not like a blast of heat hitting you. So you just run inside.
I'm just gonna stab stuff until eventually it just kind of looks useless.
And just start slashing away at the console, doing all you can. That isn't going to be difficult. It's just going to be you venting some frustration, basically. Just going as aggressively as you like.
The machines.
Yes.
Rage against the machines, everyone.
At this stage, I think something pretty novel happens. So Catalina has stepped inside and is just trashing control panels. At this stage, I don't think any of you have a good line of sight on this, but right now...
Lockie might.
Actually, no, he doesn't either. There is a large noise that comes from the east side of the garage. It sounds like old rusty hinges being thrown open. And the sound of like an electric motor aggressively buzzing as something is leaving the garage and going somewhere else.
Can I power down the garage now from the geothermal plant?
Is that a thing that you were hoping to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Powering down the
little while
garage.
Before Charles went to the water pump, that's what I was doing.
All right, fair enough. So he took care of that. You went to the geothermal plant. So your hope was to exclusively disconnect power from the garage, and that's it?
Yeah, from everything except the comms tower.
Okay, well, the comms tower and the garage are one in the same building and take power from the same place. So you can't take power from one without.
Okay. Jeez. I'm going to quickly switch on the compad. I need advice. Is there anything I can do from the geothermal plant? Anything I should shut down? Aside from the security gates with the slaves?
Yeah, so small rewind. The sound of the engine hasn't happened yet. This is happening just before that sound occurred. And Pim is asking for help. Is anyone going to provide a reply?
I'd have to go there and have a look. So,
okay,
possibly walk over to the geothermal plant after shutting down the water.
Okay,
go have a look and see if there's any way to tell where we should be disconnecting things.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just going to shut down manufacturing and any security precautions they have to keep the slaves in order.
Okay, sure.
From the hack in the comms tower, the first part of that being the get information on where it was communicating to. Is there any other comms towers relaying it, or is it relayed by the network of drones?
Your hack to gain information wasn't successful, so you don't have access to that information.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to say that as you're on the threshold of the geothermal plant, you hear that same sound I mentioned before, which was some kind of rusty door swinging open, and since you are where you are now, you can see what looks like kind of a go-kart buggy-esque thing being piloted by a robot, like peel out of a door from inside the garage, take a hard right turn, and motor up down the road. That
I imagine as it comes out, I try to shoot it.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Does this mean there is little man robot on little buggy heading my way?
Yes.
There is, yes. It is driving down the road that is in between the forge and the smeltery at the
I
moment.
don't know this. I keep stabbing.
Yep, you keep stabbing as Pim disconnects power from the manufacturing. You see this cart peel out of the garage, and Dr. Charles, you pull out your mag pistol and take a shot. By all means, fire.
Lucky, it's time to shoot.
It is time to shoot.
Oh yes, you were also watching. So the two of you can both take a shot.
What's the
I will
AC for that?
I'm going to say it has an armor class of 5. That sounds reasonable for a vehicle.
Okay.
5?
I was going to shoot the robot pilot.
Oh, 16.
Oof! Your bolt hits one of the rear supports, but does not damage it. And the same is true for Lockie. So basically, it just peels up. I think Charles, you would have one more shot on it. It seems to be turning left at the forge smeltery and is making its way towards the back of the compound.
One last shot.
Yes.
And after that, I'm going to have to reload.
Did I see it drive past me?
Yes, you would and mid catching your breath. You would have seen it as this thing peeled.
I will run out.
For the love of Pete.
Okay, you run out. It seems to be continuing left. This kind of red bricky area was supposed to be representative of a ramp. So the place where the red bricks meets the blue is basically a sheer face. So essentially what it's doing is it's going to the very left of this red brick. It is taking a hard right turn and is then driving up into this cavern. At that point, I think, Catalina, you have time to make a shot at it before it makes it inside.
Okay. Someone else was making a shot at it as well, I think.
Yes,
Yeah,
Charles missed.
And now I have to reload.
So I have to add 5 to it?
Yep, add 5.
Please hit.
Fuck!
Oof, just another miss. You guys have tried your best. You just kept shooting at it, but
12-6.
this buggy makes it successfully into this cavern. And it sounds like it makes it inside and turns off.
I thought I disabled all of the comms. How is the robot working unless it's directly connected to Black Lance?
He's probably
There
Black
is
Lance.
your answer.
Also,
It probably is Black Lance.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
be
let's kill this
completely
thing.
honest. I think. Sorry, I was talking over you guys. I'll be honest. Catalina probably wouldn't think twice. She's probably already run after it.
Okay.
I'm probably already running after it.
Okay, sure thing. It'll take you some time to get in there since this buggy was faster.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
If only we had a certain motorcycle.
I left it on the ship. Don't
Okay.
say that.
What is everyone else doing in the time it takes Catalina to run into this cavern?
I'm going to yell out, everyone go, go. I'm going to maintain this.
Yeah,
Understood.
I'd probably just run after Catelyn.
I'm actually probably going to call out to Lockie. We
Mhm.
could probably use you.
Alright. I will make
Okay.
my way down.
I'm going to make my way into the garage.
Okay, sure thing. Catalina, it takes you several turns to get there. If other people are also moving to, but after about 20 seconds, you're able to make it up to the top of the hill, and you poke your head into this cavern. I don't have a prepared graphic for it, but essentially what you see in this cavern is if you take an immediate left.
Oh.
Yes, yeah, the map's over there. If you take an immediate left from there seems to be some kind of metal gate or fence that has been set up in in a recess to the inside. As you use the available light coming in from the outside, you can see things like blankets and bedrolls laid out inside this small cabin. And in the moment that your head just flashes in that direction, you can see a few people kind of just curled up and huddling amongst themselves in this enclosed area. As you turn your head around to take in the rest of the area, what you see is this considerably large robot mech body with its chest open. It seems that the robot that was driving the buggy is now kind of standing over it, and there is an arm kind of built into the torso of it that is reaching out and is about to deposit an AI core from inside itself into the big guy. What do you want to do?
Shoot the core.
Shoot it.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Shoot the core. Shoot the
Go
core.
ahead, make an attack roll.
I'm trying to figure out
Shoot
if
the core.
that or throwing my monoblade would be more effective.
Shoot the core.
Shooting. AC.
Cores don't have a high...
Of the core, it's not a high AC, but cores.
Quite small to hit. I'm hitting it with my big gun, so it's like.
I'm gonna say 6. Just
What about Molotov into the mech?
Yeah, do that into its AI holder.
You know what? I could throw a Molotov directly into the mech. Am I close enough to do that? Because that is exactly what she would do.
You can do that.
Okay, because that's what I was thinking. And I was like, oh, I'm not close enough. I can't be. Okay, Molotov it is. 6 for the AC, is it?
Please work.
Yeah, why not?
Please
Come on.
work. This would be so damn good. Yes!
Yes! Oh my god!
Yes!
By the skin of your teeth!
Okay. Okay, very important thing. Where exactly were you aiming?
Where the hand's coming out to grab the AI, I've tossed a Molotov into there. Where it's trying to take the thing in.
Okay, so it's kind of this weird meeting of the minds thing where each one of these mechs has an arm that is reaching out. One of them is holding an AI core, and the transfer was about to take place. So you're aiming for the smaller one that is still currently holding the AI.
Sure, whichever's going to stop this transfer, I'm aiming for.
Okay, you toss this Molotov. It impacts on the ground, fire splashes all over the place and licks up the side of this body. The smaller recipient starts to kind of struggle and fall and begins to fall over. The larger one seems to have been pre-programmed with something, and basically its arm is now continuing to reach down towards the ground in an attempt to scoop up the core as this smaller body just collapses onto the ground and becomes useless.
Can I bolt at it and ignore the fire and just grab the core?
Okay, you want to run through Molotov fire and grab the AI core.
And
keep fire on the flames.
Running.
Do it.
Keep on running.
Do it.
Okay.
Damage be damned.
I'm gonna need you to roll for initiative then.
All right.
And so too will this other guy. This initiative roll is very important.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh my god.
Nice.
8. Does this guy have any bonus to initiative? Yes, he has a small bonus to initiative. I'll see how he does. Not good enough.
Grab it. Yes. Grab it and go.
Okay, you run forward. You scoop up this core. I'll need you to roll damage on your Molotov, though. Oh, it was already rolled.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say also make...
damage. Damn!
No. Because the impact has already occurred, by default, I was going to halve that. Make me a physical effect save to see if you can jump well. Okay, unfortunately, you will be taking 6 points of damage from your leap through the flames.
She's still up.
Can I not take damage from that because I'm a
No,
warrior?
because you're not making a shot miss.
That's
You're-
not an attack, though. It's an
Yeah.
it's an environmental hazard.
You're trying to
fine.
resist fire rather than.
I'm
Yeah.
on 2 HP. It's fine.
You're good.
Grab it.
I'm alive. It's all
Grab
good.
it and piff the core.
No,
Just
no,
piff
I
it away.
grab it and I run like a rugby player.
Okay.
The one arm.
You just keep
I
on sprinting, keep on
bolt.
sprinting. Okay, you bolt. So who else was making their way towards this
I was
cavern entrance?
not too
Okay.
far behind her, so I imagine I would have got to about here
Yes.
or something.
You-
Which I saw her lob a Molotov into the room, and I'm like, that's
Yeah.
probably good.
You, you then see her. I don't know. It's like run in, scream, and then like not too long after that, run back out again, like patting out
She's
fire,
running onto adrenaline.
licking up her.
I rush over and I'm starting to pat it out as well.
Okay, so at this stage, you begin to hear.
We should go.
I'm running and running and running.
Okay, hang on.
What's its
transferring
speed
assets.
versus mine, which is terrifying.
There we go. Here he is.
I don't like it. I don't like it at
Oh
all.
god.
His speed is as you begin to run away. His speed is less than yours.
Oh, thank God! I'm
as-
just gonna run.
As it stands, as you're sprinting away, it looks like just from like a general cursory assessment that it's running on some very basic instincts. All it's looking for is a core. Like its arms, which as you can see are equipped with heavy weapons, are just slumped at its sides. All it's doing is walking forward with its legs on like
The thing is,
an AI
it
core
looking-
tracking program.
Hang on,
Is
can
it
I?
looking for the core or is it looking for a core?
That's what I want to know. Can I determine that as I run? Can I
Can we
determine
push
this
it
as I
about to
run?
get an
Dare.
upgrade. Kim's about to get an upgrade.
That's the
Okay.
question. If I can fucking handle it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Pim probably couldn't handle it.
Oh no, he couldn't.
No,
I'm
he
not.
doesn't have.
I'm not braked. I'm not unbraked.
No, that's not the issue. You set how much excess processing power you'd have available to pilot an armature, and you didn't give yourself enough to operate something of this size. So
Physically
you,
operate it, but could he like still take over of it mentally? If that makes sense.
no.
Okay.
His core lacks the capacity to drive something.
So it's like, yeah, I get you.
Could he get
Okay.
in and shut it down or something?
No, he has no ability to control this thing from the inside. It's just not
Okay.
a thing that his core can
That's
handle.
all right. We
It's
can just destroy the
too
core
complex.
anyway.
Too
Okay,
complex
so-
to need more power output or data output that his core can handle at the moment.
Okay, so this is not where I was expecting this to go at all. Kathleen, you are holding Blacklands in your hands.
I'm running with this thing.
You're just
my God.
running as fast as you can.
She's carrying the internet.
Mhm. Okay.
700 years, and she saves this planet with a ball of fire.
Okay.
The fact that you're surprised by this is what is most surprising.
I am going to step away from what happened over there just very briefly because Pim walked into the garage. And I believe what Pim will have seen is pertinent to somebody's interests. Essentially, you walk in there. You walk in there through this this rusty hatch that was blown open by the go-kart, and you see Black Lance's big ATV rig. It is dominating most of the space in here, but to your left, you see something a bit odd. Basically, it is the top half of a robot that is mounted to a rail, quite similarly to the one on the manufacturing plant. It seems to have been set against the back of like a large, sturdy work table. And it looks like there are some things laid out on this table that you assume Black Lance was working on.
I'm going to walk over and look.
Okay.
And assimilate.
You make your way over there, and you begin to have. You see a few things right off the bat. One of them is a pre-tech toolkit.
Nabbed. Mine.
Which
Mine.
which you would have had previous interactions with.
Mm-hmm.
You also see something that looks like a big black plastic bag kind of rolled up with a strip along the side that just has a variety of buttons on it.
Ooh.
You see a few small syringes of liquid on this table as well.
Mm-hmm.
You also see in jars pieces of people.
Ew.
Some of them seem benign. Like a few of them are cybernetic limbs that were probably just clean taken from people. One of them is an actual flesh and bone arm that seems to have had some kind of gun built into it. The arm has been severed and is now just suspended in a tank.
I want it.
There is another one that is a human head that's had a lot of the skin on the back of it flayed, revealing what you assume is cyberware. And this head is also kind of floating in a tank. There are two more things that pique your interest. One is kind of a weird syringe gun that has a large container of fluid in it, and the syringe gun also has a cable that the back of it with its own smaller syringe. And the last thing is a partially disassembled a thing that's about the size of a dishwasher that seems to have a lot of weird chemicals stacked up inside it. You have these in front of you. What would you like to do?
I'm going to, well, for one, I'm going to take the black rolled up thing and the pre-tech toolkit and kind of just hang them on any ornament that I've got hanging from me.
Sure.
Be it the shock baton or anything.
Does he recognize what any of these things are?
If he wants to take the time to assess what they are.
No, let's just get it out for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I need help. I am inside the garage. I will need assistance in moving some, 700 years, and I thought I'd seen everything.
According to the map, we have a brother Dimitri who is nearby.
I am still coming down the mountain.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm coming, you guys, I'm coming.
Strolling around on the roof.
Sorry?
I said I'm just strolling around on the roof.
Oh, he's on the roof.
What Catalina is doing now.
Okay, so you have these in front of you. You're taking the time to look.
I'm going to take the time to study them while people are coming to help me.
Okay, Catalina, you are just running, I assume.
I am bolting for my dear life, and they're just gonna see me like running towards them and then past them, going, "Run! Got to go!"
Okay, you make it to about here, I think, when people like Darius, Jacob, and Dimitri would see this big hulking robot with this arm outstretched from its chest just stomping towards you, like shaking the glass in the window panes of the nearby buildings just by its mass as it thunders down the street towards the last AI core it saw.
Yep.
What's everybody doing?
I'm also going to ask them to shoot at it, probably.
No, don't shoot at it.
What?
If you shoot at it, it might activate another protocol to defend itself.
Fair enough. Running!
Come inside the garage. Big, heavy doors. We can step on top of something high and figure out our next move.
Okay.
I feel like that goes against Catalina's instincts because while she's outside, she can continue to run. There's space to run and maneuver away from it. Whereas if she goes inside a building, she's stuck with one way in and one way out.
No, there is
Fair
back
enough.
door.
There is many doors.
Is there more
Hang
than
on a
one
sec.
door?
So does that thing as it walk by have any antennas on it?
That one, not visibly, but none of these robots have had antennas.
Right.
It's all internal hardware.
Can I?
You're gonna line
This
shunt
is
it.
a massive risk.
Yeah.
Can I throw a line shunt and try and get it in the hole in its chest?
From where you are now,
No.
you would. It would need to be a lot closer to you,
I
and
don't think it's actually trying to attack.
and even then, it would probably be about a 50-50 chance because the line shunt is like a flat disc.
Yeah.
It's like
a coin. A large coin.
You have to attach the right side to a location. So basically, if you try to
Right.
throw it, there's always going to be like a half and half chance that the wrong side hits the target.
Gotcha. All right, I won't do that then.
You could just. It's not attacking, otherwise it would have fired already. You could possibly walk up behind it while it's trying to approach Catalina and just jump on it and press it on it.
Yeah, even if it's attacking, I have a
Let's-
feeling that it might
Yes.
stand on me.
Can I just put it this way? I'm gonna run this way,
Yeah.
this way, this way, this way, this way, and I'm gonna just kite it and run around.
Okay.
Around.
So, are you going to do laps of the garage?
Pretty much until everyone's ready to go. I don't know how to do the ruler thing.
That's fine.
Right click as you're dragging.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna run and run. I can't
Okay.
click and right
That's
click
okay.
on a Mac. I'm sorry.
There you
So, assuming Dr. Charles Barr takes a few steps back, you make it to around here. It still sees you. It's about here, and then you begin the motions of taking several.
So
you-
this is kind of like the course I'm gonna take, and then loop back around and do like a figure 8.
Okay, so we can assume.
We can't see that.
Whoa,
Oh,
There we go.
that all just caught up at once. Okay, so you're just gonna do a figure 8 around these buildings and keep it busy. It saw you with the core, and it wants the core because that's all it has to go on right now.
Yep.
While Catalina is keeping it busy, basically just running along. What's everybody else gonna do?
Are we
I'm gonna
playing a
keep
game of hot potato?
Basically.
Yes.
Seeing as Catalina's just like run off ahead of me, and I'm like, okay. I just sort of duck into the garage for a moment and watch as the robot goes by. And then I sort of turn around and go, so Pim, you needed help with something?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Overseer
Cat-
Charles Barker, there is a lot of chemicals here, which you might want to
Catalina-
take a look at. Go on.
Catalina, can you destroy it rather than just leading it on a goose chase?
I don't know how.
The cube you're holding, break it.
Right.
That
Yeah.
might not be a good idea,
Why?
because if the robot doesn't have its objective to follow, it could just attack.
It's currently looks like it's on base protocol of some sort of transfer.
It's gonna see.
Okay. At this point, Lockie, I think you've made it to the gates.
Okay.
You've climbed down the mountain and are present.
So I see this thing charging around.
Yes, it's stomping about, doing all kinds of nastiness. Well, not really, actually. It's just going, must get core. Only function in life is to get core.
Why do I exist? You exist to get core.
Oh my god.
I'm going to run up to Catalina and request the core from her.
Oh, this really is hot potato.
Yes.
What are you going to do with it? As I run.
Don't destroy it!
You guys are and I'm basically just jogging next to me.
Yeah.
If
Keeping
she does give me the core, I'm going to get a decent pace from that thing and then try and cut it with my monoblade.
Well, that's what I was planning on doing.
Dude! That
do you just run along?
If we sell it to the fucking institute.
Hang on. You know that thing where there's the two Japanese guys making mochi and they've got the two hammers?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing that with monoblades.
Okay, I have plan. Lucky, run with me. We're going outside of this place. You guys try and close the gate up behind us, and then we will destroy it. So just in case the robot is not in there with you. Duh?
So you're trying to raise the drawbridge so that you guys are outside the kept inside.
Yeah, so no, we're gonna run out so the robot is outside.
And so kite it out, run back in,
Yeah.
okay.
And then close the drawbridge on it, and then destroy it.
Okay, that will take you some time.
Actually, whereabouts were you when I caught up with you? Probably, Catalina.
Probably
she was
around here.
Around there?
Probably.
Would I have seen the Black Lance obelisk in the garage?
The garage door is not fully open. Basically, a smaller sub door was blown open for the go-karts to take
I
off.
probably wouldn't have seen it then.
No, not immediately.
Then I would have gone and taken that. Because if I can't have a grav tank, you better believe I'm going to get some other kind of tank.
Fair enough.
Get a missile platform tank. Yeah.
Well, that'll take the fucking mech out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it will.
Okay, can we do this? Too bad if anyone says no one's responded, that's what she's doing.
No, I'll help.
Yeah, and
Just
she's
do it.
requesting Lockie's help with it.
Yeah, well, I don't know that the obelisk is there, so yeah, I'm going to help with it.
I was repeatedly telling people not to destroy the AI because it is worth too much.
Okay, there's one thing I'm going to need you to do then. If you two are like running around pace and kiting around, I need you both to make strength athletics checks to maintain your pace.
Okay.
Because of just how much running you're doing to build up the lead you need.
Oh, I suppose I ran all the way in here, yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Athletics, 9, very nice.
Where is it? Athletics. Also 9.
I'm
Okay,
also
very
hoping
nice.
that by kiting it around buildings, it's slowing it down because it doesn't have as much maneuverability as we do.
Yeah.
Which is reducing the sprinting pace that we need to take.
Okay.
Once it gets to about here, can I take a pot shot at it just to see what its response is?
Oh god.
Okay, so
okay, I won't. If everyone's telling me no, I won't do it.
I'm trying to figure out exactly what everybody's doing. Basically, they have done a few figure eights of these buildings and are then planning on running across the drawbridge, kiting it around in the hills, and then running back and closing the drawbridge.
So then we have some time. There's a barrier between us and it that it has to get through, and we have time to decide what to do.
Yes.
If we want to kill it and attack it, then we have defenses against it. We have cover. So we can hopefully destroy it, and then we can decide what to do with Black Lance. And
Fair enough.
Yeah, so...
It's going to take you some time to do this, and you will do it successfully. But while you're doing that, I want to know what everybody else is doing with this table of goodies.
I'm having a look at it and seeing if any of it's... Well, I know some of it is like either high post-tech or some pre-tech.
Okay. Anybody who is paying attention to this table of wonders will need to roll me a pre-tech roll. Tech pre-tech with intelligence.
Tech pre-tech.
Why is my pre-tech -1? That's not correct.
No? Oh.
That's all right. I fixed it.
That's okay. What do we got? Dimitri, tech post-tech 5. It's all... It seems like nonsense to you, Dimitri. It's all just... It's basically... you see it and think, oh, it's just science fiction. This is ridiculous. Charles Barker, you do quite well. Pim crushes it with an 11 as a roll. Okay. I will go for the immediate things that Charles understands. You recognize the weird plastic bag with buttons attached to it as a Ready Virus sheath. Basically, it is a big plastic bag that you can put a dead body inside And as long as that body has only been dead within 5 minutes of it, the person is revived and stabilized.
That's
It is
handy.
It is a one-time use item, and if you use it, it's expended. But yes, basically, if somebody dies, you can bring them back.
I was going to say Dr. Charles would have worn that as a suit at the start of this match.
Fuck you.
The other things that you recognize, there are 2 stims on the table. Those are the small syringes. They are lift stims. Lift stims basically is a stim where you can stab yourself with it, and it will. It's basically something designed to use out of where you can inject it into somebody, and after 5 minutes of rest, they automatically regain 1d8 hit points plus the owner's take medical skill.
Oh.
And there's 2 of those.
I'll chuck those in my satchel.
Yeah, sure thing. That weird dishwasher size thing. You aren't exactly sure what it is, but you think it might be some kind of a chemical mixing machine.
I need it.
You aren't quite sure about that. Pim, with an 11, you get a considerable understanding of a lot of these. The weird dishwasher is indeed it is a tech chemical manufacturing plant. It has been partially disassembled though, so it's not functional, but it has the means to, if you provide the components, it can create pre-tech level pharmaceuticals.
I relay this to Overseer Charles Barker.
Yes.
That is a pre-tech chemical creator. If I use this pre-tech toolkit, there is a large chance that I can restore it.
We will need to take this with us when we leave.
And finally, there is that mystery vial that you saw that has a large container of liquid. Even with an 11, you have no idea what it is.
That one eludes me.
You just know that based on the design of the syringe mechanism, it looks like it will take something from one source and have something to do with the other source. So basically, you have like a big, chunky cylinder and a syringe on one end, and a gun attachment. From the back of the gun attachment, there is a large flexible cord that has a smaller syringe on the end. So you'd think stab one end into somebody and then take the big gun and stab that into somebody else. You have no idea what that would achieve, but you can figure out the basic purpose of the machinery, not the components, though.
But will that fit in my satchel?
It's hand size, so yes.
Yes, I'll grab that and put it in my satchel. Like, I don't know what this is.
You said there was a machine body. You said there was a machine body, the top half?
Yes, it is the top half of a machine body that was probably being controlled by Black Lance to examine and work on these various pieces of technological wonder.
Oh, so it's on a rail, like around the table.
Yeah, basically. So this.
That's cool.
Yeah, so he, as Black Lance, can peruse everything and mess around.
I'm going to ask Dr. Charles Barker, can I please borrow your monoblade?
I guess. I hand him my monoblade.
I'm going to cut the base of that machine off of the slider because that's something useful to have around the ship.
Yeah, fair enough.
And sling it over my shoulder.
Sure thing. You can't really carry much else at this stage since you are carrying a...
I'm carrying a large plastic bag thing and a pre-tech toolkit, but yeah.
Yeah, you are pretty heavily encumbered at this stage. And I'd say about this time, as you guys have finished shaking down the joint and stuff, Catalina and Lockie run back across the bridge, press a button, and the drawbridge goes up. And I think that's a good place to end it.
Yeah, we'll end it for now.
So where is the robot now?
The robot is outside the foundry,
set up
and
the map so that we can come back to it next week.
Yes.
Of
so
where everyone is.
where was there's Lucky. So basically, you guys have ended up in
About
here. Hang on. This is no longer present because the drawbridge has gone up, and he is over here, facing you.
Good.
Sadly,
I want core.
please do have core. Please,
Give me
please,
core.
please give me core.
Give me core.
The other thing that I'm going to be wanting to take next week, if we manage to get out of here with a vehicle or something, so we can carry it all, is I want the body parts. It's for research.
Oh, interesting. That should be.
It might be
for research.
technology within the
Yeah, that's fair.
body.
That's fair.
So I'm like,
To use the manufacturing
recognise
plant
that.
to make a Voyager armature.
I'm a doctor and a pre-tech researcher. What do you want?
The Borg.
Did you hear that, Rory?
Golden egg.
One of my
Sorry.
goals is to create revenant wiring.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
well,
I did hear you.
This all took a very unexpected turn.
Yes,
I didn't
all right,
expect
Alice,
to be playing hot potato with
Alice.
It did.
Yes.
That got weird. Now, I really. So I'm going to run away. Thank you all very much for watching. Anybody who was present, I'm paying attention to that because I was focusing on the game. Alice, you said to remember to raid.
Yes. So, does anyone have anyone that they know that's streaming and would like to raid them? Preferably someone a bit smaller. Want to support the
Bye,
smaller
everybody.
communities?
I gotta pee. Bye.
Bye.
I do not know anyone.
Offline.
Anyone?
No,
Offline.
everyone's offline for my groups.
No, I think just
Actually,
end
hang
the
on.
stream.
Well, let's see
That's
what I can
unlucky.
find.
We'll just go random.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a small group of people and we can.
Is anyone against me using the manufacturing plant to create a super armature?
No one will really care.
Yeah, kind of.
Can you use one?
Well, there's
I
that
can
too.
use. I can use anything that's got like a restriction level of 3.
I thought the highest you could use was an echo.
No,
No, Echo's below 3.
the highest I can use is like Voyager or Battlebot.
I'm trying to find someone we can raid. Oh, there's some people streaming Roll20, so let's see. Nope, it's in Korean. That's probably not going to do us much good. Okay. Look, if it was in English, I wouldn't care, but you know, I'm not sure how that would go.
Hastie's greatest Sharko? No.
Let's
We got
search
Korean
tags.
speakers here, don't we? I can stay on and translate. No, actually, that's just going to be a racist caricature by accident. Not intentionally, but it will end up that.
Let's.
What? I don't know Korean. It's like when you ask anyone to do a Chinese accent, or a Russian accent, or a Irish accent. It doesn't matter. The fact that you're trying to do an
How
accent.
about someone streaming art?
Art? We'll do an art stream? Alright, we can do that. I was going to do a
that's
Dungeons
good.
and Dragons stream. Oh.
Twitch
Oh,
TV / ISVOC.
Did you find someone?
Yeah, no, it's I think they've got 12 or 15 people watching.
Yeah, alright.
Their name is Carolina.
Okay, are we done?
Yeah.
Not quite yet.
Okay.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Someone in the stream's Cat's messaged in the stream. I'll look it up and see if I can find it.
I put the one I found on Discord.
Doesn't look like they're online currently.
Just pick a random stream. It doesn't matter that much.
I will do. Where is it?
Salty Chats.
Yep. Yeah, it's just you got to give me a sec. The way this is set up is a bit strange.
Duh.
So, oh god. Let's see how to do this. Because, yeah, I have to do it from the browser. It's weird. What? No, I don't want that.
This person is joining Dragons.
Cool. There
That's
we
a
go.
good pick.
Raided channel. What is it?
Alright, let's have a look at the info.
Fuck.
Are we off now?
No, we're
Almost.
still live
Quite.
at the moment. Alright, starting the raid now. So... And...
See you, fellas.
Bye.
And
Bye.
we're raiding now. Toodaloo.
Bye.
I'm all clear?
Hang on.
Upon